Okay, what about now? Ooh, what about now? Hold on, y'all. Okay, what about now? Can y'all hear me now? Can you still hear feedback now? Jennifer, can y'all hear feedback now? Oh God, thank God. Wow, y'all, this was a fight tonight. But you know what? I think I did. So I'll call myself up doing some updates on my computer, and I think I removed something. So I'm gonna have to go back on here. We not this. Okay. So hold on. Let me get back up here so we can get started. Okay. Y'all can hear me now. Everything is good. So look, tonight we are talking about we're talking about somebody. Oh God. Let me just get my script up here. I am all thrown off now. My name is Kiki Loves Nigeria, and this is my show. I am the host of this show. And on this show, we talk about anything and everything that impacts you traveling to West Africa. Whether you're going to travel there, whether you're going to relocate there, we talk about it on this show. And our hopes is that you will have a safe journey, that you will go there and that you will come back safe and unharmed. That's the goal. So that's why we do this show. We come together as a community and we talk about the things that may impact you. They can impact you, and sometimes it will impact you if you go there with the wrong mindset, if you go there with the wrong type of thinking. Okay? So that is the purpose of this show. And my name is Kiki. And like I said, I am the host of the show. And that's merely all I do is I host the show. You guys give me the topics. You guys suggest what we talk about. You guys kind of lead the show. Now, where do I get my information from? I get my information from primary sources. I like to use primary sources because I don't like people I want people, our community, let's put it like this. Our community is all too often guided by gossip and rumors. Okay, yeah, I'm putting this phone, I'm hanging it, I'm going to put it on the stand so you can hear me moving around. Our community is all too often guided in rumors. And I don't like that. So I try to give you guys facts, okay? So that's what I do on here. That's why I like to use what we call primary sources. And primary sources come directly from the person who said it. That's why it's called a primary source. So those are what I like to use. YouTube is one of the primary sources that I like to use. And I like to use YouTube because, again, YouTube is a primary source. It's videos, and videos help you incorporate the all aspects of learning. Okay. When I teach, I like to teach the five senses. Okay. So videos is the one way to visually communicate the message I'm trying to get across to you all tonight. And every night we're on here. That's really what the goal is. So we use primary sources. I use interviews. I use comments. I use emails, anything that kind of helps us get the picture of what's going on with this story. And how did I decide to talk about this tonight? Well, tonight, this story, basically, it just came to me. You know, sometimes I tell you the stories just come to me. So because this person has only been in Ghana for probably a month, maybe two. No, I'll take that back. Maybe 3 months now. So I was researching for Daniel. Oh God, I was researching that story about Daniel, and her videos came up. This Michelle's lady's videos came up in my timeline. So I decided the other day I was getting ready for work, and it was a video called Morning Chat. And I said, oh, wow. Well, that sounds like a good title. Let me look at that. I'm getting ready for work. It's the morning. Let's do a morning chat. If y'all can't stop hearing me or something, let me know, okay? Because I don't know why this is going like that. So if you stop hearing me talking, somebody in the comment section, let me know. Okay. All right. So that's how I got the topic. This subject came up was from a video that came up on my timeline. Okay, and so then I was like, I was really shocked to see that this lady was over there buying land and going through this whole land thing, and I'm just like, wow. So people are still doing this? Older women, middle-aged women, single women are really, even after all the information we put out, even after all the information, and Go Black to Africa has a really big audience, and he's put out a lot of information. People are still, these women are still doing this. So I was just like, this is something, we need to talk about. So that's how I came up with this story. Was something that, was on my own, and I just saw the video and I was like, we need to share this story to let people know this is really still going on, and this is really an issue in our community. This going to Africa, thinking you're buying land and thinking you're going to live. I mean, all of that is just, it's just unbelievable to me that after everything we've said, after everything that has gone on over there, especially with Daniel and the life with the kings in these Ruby Village and Yahuda Village, all of this, and people are still going to Africa. I just, I mean, it's okay to go. Don't get me wrong. I take that back. Okay, I hit the wrong button again. I've got two things I got going on here. I'm not saying it's not okay to go. It's okay to go. But the problem comes when, you going over there, you trying to build houses, you doing all of this and all of that. And that's where the problem becomes. When you're trying to do everything, when you go over there trying to do things that you really shouldn't be doing over there. When you go over there moving in a wrong way, okay? That's the problem that I see. And now I realize, well, I kind of realized it a long time ago, that it's because these groups that these women are in, that they're advising them on this behavior, and that's why this behavior continues. So that's what we're talking about tonight, because I just see this person, to me, I'm just going to be honest with you, as a repeat of the same. It's the same situation. It is the same. It's the same situation. It's the same stories. We've seen all of this before, and they don't end well. And I'm not saying, this woman's story is not going to end well. We don't know how it's going to end, but let's just say it's not starting off too well. All right. So before we do that though, let me make sure I introduce myself. Um, let's do the fair use. Fair use. Let me tell you what about fair use. Fair use is something. It's a law basically that says that you can use somebody else's information if you're trying to educate people. If you're trying to educate people, if you're trying to do commentary, if you're trying to do any of that, you can use fair use. So let me put this up here. the fair use doctrine. I don't know what's going on tonight. I'm trying to address this issue. Can y'all hear me now? I don't know what the problem is, but there is some serious problems going on with this StreamYard and my equipment. Camera, block the camera icon to adjust. Okay. All right, let me go over here and try to get this back up here. This, see, look, it's muted again. Oh, hold on. That's the one supposed to be muted. Okay, that's the one supposed to be muted. Okay. All right, okay. Hold on. So now I'm trying to get up here to fair use. So y'all can see. All right, now we're ready. So fair use. The content on Kiki Loves Nigeria may contain copyrighted content not authorized for fair use by the owner. However, no copyright infringement is intended. Copyrighted material used on this channel falls under the Fair Use Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976, which states copyrighted material can be used for educational research, teaching, and commentary purposes, which is the explicit goal of Kiki Loves Nigeria. The views expressed on this channel, the views and thoughts and opinions expressed on this channel belong solely to the author and not necessarily to the community, host, or the channel. Okay? So please don't get upset when people come on here and want to share their thoughts and views and you don't agree with them. Please don't get upset with me. Okay? Now we got that out the way. Let me go get y'all comments. Because we are having some serious technical difficulties tonight. Now let's get back up here. Hey, Steph. Steph says, welcome to another Kiki Loves Nigeria Live. We are glad you are here. Please give the video a thumbs up and think about subscribing. All right. Thank you so much. Watch who you speak on. Who is this? Hey, it's Niece. What? Who is she what are you talking about, lady? What you talking about? Watch who you speak on. Did you just drop that message and leave, or are you still on here? Are you gonna elaborate? You're messing. Oh Lord, look, y'all. Look at this. Look, y'all. You're messing with God's children. How exactly am I messing with God's children? How exactly am I messing with anybody? That's what I want to know. How is me sharing the information? Why is it when I want to share the stories, when I want to elaborate, it's messing with somebody. But when all the other YouTube people do it, it's fun. But when Kiki Loves Nigeria does it, she's messing with God's children. No, the people who are selling you all this land and making you believe it's yours, they're the ones messing with you. The people who are telling you to come to Africa and sell everything you got and that it's going to be a wonderful This is unbelievable. That's all I could tell y'all. This is unbelievable. Hold on, let me figure out which one to remove. This is just unbelievable. I don't know what is wrong with this phone, why it keep cutting off. I don't know why this keeps saying it's like it's three of me. Can y'all even hear me? It's like it's three of me on here now. I don't know what is going on. This is unbelievable. I've never had this happen. Wow. So let's go back. Okay, hold on. So it kicked somebody off. Lord, I don't know what it's doing. I don't know what this thing is doing. It kicked somebody off. Device not can yet, but I see y'all can hear me, can't y'all? Let me go down here and make sure. Yes, we can hear you. Okay. Thanks for timing out. The- but what is she talking about, y'all? Who is she and what is she talking about? Okay. So let's just get this started because I don't know who this lady is. And these people always got something to say when I got something to say. I'm not supposed to have an opinion. I'm not supposed to have nothing. Watch what you say. Watch what I say. Lady, I'm responding to a video. What are you talking about? I'm responding to what I see. And if I see foolish behavior, in my humble opinion, I'm going to say it, woman. I'm going to say, I see foolish behavior. I'm going to call a spade a spade. Y'all better be glad my stuff is acting up tonight. Y'all better. And it ain't even my stuff. I don't know what is going on with this. I'm going to get this charger for my phone now, but my phone is not the issue. But see, this is why this behavior continues. And they get mad because I'm talking about it, y'all. They get mad because I'm telling people what's going on. That's a fool's move. That's a fool's move to sell everything you got and go to Africa. That's a fool's move, especially when you're a single woman. You're a single middle-aged woman. I don't care if you're a single young woman. Who does that? Who does that? Over somebody you meet in a Facebook group or somebody you meet in a WhatsApp group. And then you get mad at me because I tell people, don't do that. That's a fool's move because it is. It is. Oh, that's going to come too loud. Because it is a fool's move. It is a fool's move. That's exactly what it is. And they want you to be fools like them. That's all it is. This is just ridiculous. This is just ridiculous. Now let's finish. I ain't got the charger. Hopefully that'll stop this phone from doing this. I don't even know why the phone is timing out like this and kicking me off of here. That doesn't make sense because that's never happened before. None of this has ever happened before. None of this has ever happened before. All right, let me get back up here. Um, yeah, so that's why I'm doing this. But if people want to be fools, people can be fools. I could care less about you being a fool. I could care less, but don't come on here with you talking about watch watch what I say. Watch what? What's gonna happen? That's what I want to know. What's gonna happen? You fools put this stuff on YouTube. You fools get the camera and put it all up in your face. And then when I talk about it, you get mad at me? How about you get mad at yourself for making yourself look like a fool? How about that? How about let's start with that part, because that's the real issue here. That's the real issue. I'm not making this up. I'm responding to a video, a primary source. I only know this because you YouTube people think you're gonna go to Ghana, gonna lease this land, I'm built in Ghana, and think because you built in Ghana, everybody gonna watch your YouTube channel, and you think you're gonna make some money off of YouTube. Another fool's move. That's why they all doing it. because they telling each other they moving in the same direction because it's the same old fools advising the other old fools. And how you start, that's how you gonna finish. That's how you gonna finish. How these people start, that's exactly how they gonna finish. That's how they gonna finish. They start like fools and they gonna finish like fools. And these fools got the nerve to be mad at me. How you gonna be mad at me? How you gonna be mad at me? And then come on my channel. I don't go to your stupid channels. I go to your stupid, if I go to your stupid channel, I'm gonna ask you and let you know that I'm gonna feature you on my channel. But I don't go to your stupid channels and say, oh, you better watch what you're saying. You better watch. Man, we all grown here. We all grown here. You sound like a 10-year-old. Now, leave me alone. All this stuff, watch what you see. Watch what's going to happen? What's going to happen? You people are leasing land. You're taking your retirements. You're taking everything you got. Going to a place that don't even have roads. Going to a place that don't even have a social system that works. And you old on top of that. You need medical care on top of that. And you mad because I'm pointing it out? Because I'm pointing out the obvious? Watch what you say. Watch what you do. Especially in West Africa. You better watch what you do. If you don't want me talking about it, stay off of YouTube. All right? Don't put it on YouTube. Yeah, I know, Jennifer. They probably over there praying to their lesser gods. Oh, let Kiki have all kind of troubles tonight because we don't want her talking about this again. We don't want her pointing us out again. Yes, because this is some dirty dealings. They made I don't know how many millions off the year return. They made I don't know how many millions off of that. That's all it's about is making money off of us. That's what it's about. And you mad because I'm telling the truth? You mad because I'm pointing it out? Because you a sucker? You been a sucker because you got suckered in? And then you getting played for your little bit of coins? So you're mad at me? Because I'm going to stop the flow? Because she going to slow down the flow? You better sit down and leave me alone. That's what you better do. Sit down and leave me alone. Because for you to come on here like that, let me know that I'm telling the truth. Let me know I'm telling the truth. And I just got started. I ain't been able to say nothing because everything keep on breaking. Ooh, wait. This just done got me heated. This done got me heated. This done got me heated. Because I'm trying to spread some knowledge. I'm trying to give you some information. And you gonna get an attitude with me. Like my grandma say, don't be a fool all your life. You just want to be a fool all your life? That's what you want to do? Then go ahead. You go ahead and you be a fool all your life. You go ahead and you do that, okay? You go ahead and you do that. You go ahead and you do that, but don't you get mad at me and don't you come on my channel and try to stop me from speaking the truth about your foolish, idiotic behavior. Look at this. Laugh out loud. When God tells you to do something, you must be obedient. God ain't, these are fools, y'all. God ain't told no single woman to pack up everything she got and move to West Africa or any place in Africa. That's a lie. Y'all need to quit lying on God. Y'all need to quit lying on God. God ain't told you to do that. God don't put you in danger, fool. He don't put you in danger, fool. He don't put you in a place where you're going to be, where you have a great possibility of becoming a victim. God don't move like that, fool. That's why I said, what God? Y'all guys to send y'all to Africa and tell y'all, sell everything you got. Sell everything you got. Take your little retirement, cash it in, go lease you some land, pretend like you own it, and stay over there. Put yourself in a vulnerable position. And y'all fools want us to believe God told me to do that. God told me to humble myself. God told me to humble myself. So he gonna put me in a situation where I don't have enough money. He gonna put me in a situation where I'm being scammed all the time because he want me to humble myself. Then these old fools come on YouTube and tell us God told them that. God told them that. God sent me here. God ain't sent you nowhere. God ain't sent you nowhere. Because if he gonna send you someplace, you better believe you ain't gonna struggle. You ain't gonna struggle. You ain't gonna go without. These women over there going without. These women over there being taken advantage of. These women over there paying 2, 3, 4, 5 times the price. And you telling me God sent you there? You come on YouTube telling these other women, God sent you there. You go to these WhatsApp groups and you tell them, God sent you there. God ain't sent you nowhere. Maybe your lesser God has, but the Almighty God ain't sent you nowhere. He ain't gonna send you nowhere and then tell you, oh, humble yourself. They scamming you. Humble yourself. You paying 3 times the price. Humble yourself. And you fools go for that. You fools go for that. And then you get mad when I talk about it. Disobedient. You being disobedient when you refuse the truth. That's disobedience, refusing the truth. And that's what you people do. Refuse the daggone truth. Jesus. Now, what was I trying to say? Uh, can you close the other live? Are they still open? That might be the problem. Oh, Lord, are the other lives still open, y'all? They ain't supposed to be open. Hold on, let me see. Oh, hold on. Yeah. I think the other ones are closed. They're just like, this is the only one that's actually happening now. Okay. The other ones are on there. I got to delete those. But yeah, this is just too much. These people, something is really wrong. You come on here, you do crazy stuff, and then you get mad when people talk about it. How much sense does that make? But you know what it brings me back to? It brings me back to Black to Africa. Go Black to Africa. Hey, did I say the fair use thing on here? Let me say that because I don't know. I've been cut off, knocked off so many times on here tonight. I can't even believe what's going on here. But look, the fair use thing. It just says the fair use doctrines just lets me use other people's content, okay, copyrighted content. It allows me to use that, okay, to educate people and for research purposes and for commentary purposes. I've been kicked off here so much tonight. I don't even know if this one is on this particular live stream, okay? So I just said that again. It might be on here, but I don't remember. But this is what it's bringing me back to, y'all. When I was getting ready for this show, I always go over the thing, because my intentions is not to insult anybody, y'all. It is not to insult you. I don't do these shows. I don't take time out on my Saturdays. I don't take times out of my life because I got a busy life, okay? I don't take that time to sit out here just to say, I'm going to insult somebody. I ain't got to do that. I got 1,000 things to do. So I don't have to say, I'm going to insult somebody. That's not my goal. My goal is to educate you. That is my goal. My goal is to help you see what these other people don't want you to see. And you better believe all these problems I'm having tonight, you better believe it is somebody who don't want you to see this. Reason being, they probably got some money to make off of it. Because when you go to Africa, when you take everything you got and you invest it in Ghana, you ain't keeping that. Your kids ain't keeping that. That ain't doing nothing for you. That's the state of Ghana. Don't you get that? And if you want to help rebuild the state of Ghana, there's nothing wrong with that. But be honest about it, okay? Keep it 100. Tell the truth about it. I took my whole retirement and I gave it to the state of Ghana. I built a house that my kids will never own. I built a house that my grandchildren will probably never see. And that is the reality of it. That's not an investment. An investment is something you're going to get a return on. Let me go down here to these comments. This ain't no investment. Another lie. I don't know if this woman said people have investments in other things. So what about all of this? What is this all? That's not an invest. Miss Nadine, you don't know what an investment is if you think building in Ghana is an investment. How's an investment? And you don't even own it. An investment is when I'm going to put a little bit of money into something and I'm going to make some money back on it. A lot more money than I put into it. That's what you think they do. See the lies, people. See the lies they're telling each other. See the lies they're telling each other. So we must be turning up the heat. The heat in the kitchen must be getting hot for them to be on here like this. The heat in the kitchen must be getting hot. London lady, you don't have to. Nobody, none of the moderators, y'all don't have to explain if y'all want to time out somebody. Maybe she was talking to someone in the chat. Okay, Brown Eye says I don't know. I don't even know what y'all talking about. That's what we supposed to do. I don't know what y'all talking about. But it sounds like the chat is heated too. It sounds like Kiki done got heated, and it sounds like the chat done got heated. Because these devils done came on here. They done came off here and started their mess. That's why everything ain't nothing working. Y'all should see how I'm hooked up here tonight. They think they can intimidate somebody with this. Yeah, ain't nobody scared. Nobody is scared. But see, because when you serve the true and living God, nobody scares you. He tells you, you don't need to fear their faces. Don't you be scared of nobody. Nobody. If you serve the true and living God, whom shall you fear? That's what I want to know. Whom shall you fear? That's the part. That part right there. Whom shall I fear? I don't fear none of y'all. Not one. Not one. Maybe it was an agent from the Kings. It probably was, honey. We don't know who they are. But hold on, y'all. Yeah, we are. We keep it real over here, and that's what they don't like. Uh, You're so right, Kiki. A fool. That is a fool's move. And they got these women keep doing this. They got these women keep on doing this, keep on doing this, keep on going over here. Keep on. And I'm like, this is your target audience. See, when you do proposals or when you do anything like that, what you do is you have a target audience. It's who you target this program towards. They're targeting these women, these middle-aged women, because you know why? They're vulnerable. Most of them, if they have a spouse, they're going to target both of them, get them over there. But we're talking about the single middle-aged women right now. Last week, no, 2 weeks ago, when Miss Aretha was here, we talked about the couples, what happens to them. This week, we're going back to the women, the middle-aged women who get their little retirements, who want to run to Africa. Who want to run to Africa because some What's Up group said it was a good idea. Some, like spirits, are working against the law. Honey, they sure are. But keep on. They can keep on. They are. Because y'all, I'm telling y'all, my phone keep going out. My phone don't. Why is it going dark? When it goes dark, that means it's going like it's disconnecting from this. I don't even keep going about that, but everything. Right, it's the timeout. Right, but the timeout screen, it never does that. I have the timeout screen on I don't know how long, Steph. My timeout screen is for a long time, honey. A long time. And I'm scared to mess with it now because I'm scared we're gonna get kicked off again. Yeah, that is the timeout screen. Yep, it keeps going now. It keeps going back to the timeout screen. Okay. Uh, speaking before God tells you to. Okay, so Shani says, speaking before God tells you to do so is the issue. Um, I don't even know. I mean, when God speaks to, this is my understanding of what I've been taught. Okay, that when He speaks to you about certain things, right? You're gonna get confirmation. He's gonna send you somebody to confirm that. For one, it's gonna be confirmed in His Word, the Bible, or the word of God, whatever source you get the word from, it'll be confirmed there. And then he's going to send you a source outside of his word. And they're going to tell you the same thing that he told you. My God, may you repent. May who repent? Who you talking to, Stephanie? Shanice, whatever your name is. Who you talking to? Eviction squad being assembled as we speak. What is this one saying? Let me see. Kiki is on heat. Yes, I am. Miss Nadine says, what is the problem here? People make decisions for themselves. Why are we? See, listen to that, y'all. People make this, but there's no problem if people are giving the correct information to make those decisions. The problem here is that people are not giving honest, truthful, accurate, full information to make these decisions. These people purposely lie to these women, purposely mislead these women. That's the problem here, ma'am. That's the problem. That is the problem. And then we find out after the fact, just like Miss Aretha came on here and told us, there ain't no community over there. They made her think there was going to be a community over there. She got over there. There wasn't no daggone community over there. So that's the problem. That's the lies being sold and the lies being told. That's the problem. That's the problem. Is your primary source God? Oh, Lord, listen, y'all. Ma'am, I use sources that can be admitted in a court of law. I can't say God told me. I can't use that in a court of law. I'm sorry, ma'am. So, no, that's not my primary source. I told you my primary sources are videos, comments. Those are my sources. Interviews. I can't use a spiritual relationship as a primary source. You might want to Google primary sources so you'll know exactly what they are because you don't know. Okay, they sent their land losers over here tonight. Yeah, they did. These is all so that tells me, y'all, if they over here like this, that means what we're doing, people are paying attention to it and people are asking questions. So y'all know what? We need to keep hitting them hard. And guess what? I got another video about you, Daniel, that I'm going to release that soon. Yeah. Yep. I sure am. Yep, they are. uh, yep, they are. Exactly. It is a money grab. That's what it was. Over to Africa, ask God. Yes, you ask God for discernment, the spirit of discernment. God ain't going to tell you to do nothing like that. Were you going to be hungry? Remember, Veronica said the same thing. I had a dream. God told me to go to Africa, and she was skinny as she had ever been in her whole life because she hadn't had no food. And she wanted us to believe that God sent her to Gambia to be over in Gambia with less than $20 in her pocket. Please quit blaming your foolish mistakes, your foolish thinking on God. Right. Information Nation. This is just ridiculous. God don't steal. No, God don't steal your money, and God don't lie to you to get your money. No, He don't do that. Yeah, yeah, because they use God as an excuse. Always, yeah, always blaming God. Look, I can't even talk. Can't even talk. Can't even get it out. Thank you. They always blame God for their irresponsible choices. Take accountability for your actions. You are grown women. You are supposed to lead nations. You're supposed to lead your community. You over there looking like Boo Boo the fool. I'm building in Ghana, running around every day like a chicken with your heads cut off, spending all your little change. Well, they charged me 3 times as much. Oh, they charged me 4 times as much. Oh, I ain't got no furniture. Oh, I got to get some of that. What? And this is just what you got to do. You got to rough it. You got to wait till you listen. They telling us we got to wait till we 40, 50, 60, 70 years old. Some of them probably 80. That we got to wait till we get those years. And then we got to rough it. I'll be doggone. My body can't take roughing it. I roughed it when I was in my 20s. I roughed it when I was in my 30s. I'm not daggone roughing it in my middle-aged life. That's what I'm not going to do. And I'm offended that you're telling me that that's what I'm supposed to be doing. And the fact that I'm telling you, no, you're not. That's a whole lie. And you're telling me that I'm wrong for doing that? Something's wrong with you people. Something is wrong with you people. God don't build your crumbling, moldy houses. No, He don't. No, He don't. And remember what Ghana Bound told us? That some people can't even live in them houses. He said, yeah, they'll build the houses, but they can't even live in the houses. They can't even live in the houses because they weren't built right. But did they ever tell us that? No, of course not. Eliza says people are going to do what they want to do regardless of what. Well, that's not my intent. So let me tell you, my intent, my job is to put the information out there. You don't have to take the information. You don't have to eat it. You don't have to do nothing with it. That ain't my job to make you believe. That's not my job. My job is to share the information. What you do with it, that's on you. That's on you. But you can't say you didn't know because there's a whole lot of videos by a lady named Kiki Loves Nigeria who put them out there. And Go Black to Africa, whose audience is huge, has told you the same daggone thing. So to say you don't know, that's a lie. That's a whole lie. Trolls words sound familiar. Lion King's, yeah, exactly. The rebellious together we okay. God don't send nobody to take your land. Exactly. He don't send people to take your land back. You're right. It's never God. More specifically, it's their most high. Exactly. Starburst, moving to Africa is a dumb move. All those talking about God called them are back in the States. Exactly. Y'all don't know that, do y'all? All them people in Gambia we talked about, all of them except for maybe 2 people. Black Acres can't come back. Black Acres can't come back. But where the rest of them at? How come we don't see them no more? Arrivals say they still there, but are they really? Because we seen a video of Terry. She was in America. And are they just lying, telling us they're back, that they're still there? Y'all need to wake up. Yeah, when you hear the Most High, you better run. You better run. So let's check this. What was that, y'all? Oh Lord, I heard a click. I told y'all all kind of crazy stuff going on here tonight. Okay, I can't even read. I can't even read. Wow, this is crazy. Few bad apples couldn't spoil that whole bunch. With all due respect, that's not cool calling everyone fools. I well, um, let me see. How can I say that? How can I say that? How can I say that? Did I call? Um, I don't know. You know if you were a fool or not. I can only, if it, like they say, if it doesn't apply, then let it fly. If you know you're not the fool that I'm talking about, then I'm not talking to you. But if you're the fool who sold everything you got to go to Africa, and then you say God did it, God told you to do it, and he's humbling you by letting you get scammed and letting you pay twice as much for things, then you might be a fool, ma'am. And I might be talking to you. But I'm not saying you in general. I'm just saying, if it applies, then it applies. If it doesn't, then let it fly. So if you're not the fools, then you won't feel no type of way. If you weren't the fools, then you won't feel no type of way. But if you're a fool, you're gonna feel, oh, she called me out on it. Because I was a fool. I made a foolish mistake. The poor whites talk about, oh, y'all talking to each other. This moving anywhere in Africa is a dumb move, Miss Nadine says. Believing in God is having zero discernment is crazy. Yeah, it is. Yep. Yep. It's crazy. Uh, them single women aren't complaining because they're getting what they want to get in Africa. They are complaining. They just ain't complaining on YouTube. Or they just ain't telling us about it because they don't want us to know about it. Okay? They don't want us to know the truth. Well, sometimes they slip up and tell us. Misstating, okay, y'all talking to each other. People who have moved their entire life to America and around the world. What is the problem? Moving to America is a tad bit different than moving your entire life to Africa. So moving from Africa to America, so you're moving from a developing nation to a developed nation. That's totally different from moving from a developed nation to an undeveloped nation. And if you don't think that's going to impact you, then something is wrong with you. That's called a fool's move. Yeah, you'll sell your house, don't have steady income. It's a dumb move because you're going to be homeless or back in the States, homeless, living with your kids. And that's the truth. Religion is the most popular with the disenfranchised. Right. That's the poorest countries. You know what Karl Marx said? He said religion is the opiate of the people. When I read that, I was like, what? Why would he say such a thing? And then I realized because they use it like a drug. and it controls the people, and the people want more of it, more of it, more of it. Even though it don't make no sense what they're doing. They're going to do it because their religion is telling them to do it. And they call themselves the religious. So they're going to do it. They don't have nothing. People have businesses online. Really? What online businesses do they have? That's making them some of them might, but all of them don't. So Miss Nadine, don't put it like all of them have these online businesses, because they don't. They do not. Kiki hasn't even got, girl, right. Why y'all here with the gloves on? Calm down. She right. She right. Dag, Steph, we really missed you, girl. She right. I haven't even gotten started yet. And we've been on, I don't know how long we've been on here, because we keep getting kicked off. We done been kicked off I don't know how many times. But they came tonight, didn't they? That's how I know I'm doing my job. When they come into the chat full force, 100 like this, when they come in like this, oh, that means Kiki on her job. That means she on her job. People having investments. I think I answered that. All right, y'all, I can't even read this stuff. I can't even read the comments. I can't. Because I can't even get it out. I can't even get it out. Nadine, nobody said to move to Africa. We're talking about buying land. No, you won't. You will never own that land. You will never own it. And you need to quit playing like you are. So I'm going to put on the first video. And this is by my friend, O'Shea Duke Jackson. Yeah. Let's see what he has to say about the year of the return. All right. This is one. I just found this. I needed a video about the year of the return. I want y'all to see how much money these people make. So let's check out this one by O'Shea. All right.
Recently, I've been talking about Ghana.
Oh, hold on. Let me mute this microphone. I gotta unmute the microphone on here. Then I gotta mute this one. Hold on.
And what's going on? First of all, it was the year of the return. Now, it's beyond the return, which is a marketing ploy to get tourists.
Okay, so look, we're not gonna be able to do this. Can y'all hear me now, Steph? Can y'all still hear me? None of that stuff is working. So I'm gonna have to stop presenting this. Stop screen share. Yeah, because none of this is working. I don't know why, but none of it is working. And I don't have a clue why. It says that I don't have a clue why. So we're just gonna have to talk this one out. And then we're gonna have to come back next week when I get off of here, I'm gonna try to figure out what's going on. And then next week we're gonna come back and then we'll present the content. So tonight we just gonna talk. All right. So that's what we're gonna do. So we're talking about this year to return, right? And the year to return, that was a really big deal, okay? And people really bought into this. Like this was I heard, you heard him talk? Y'all can hear the video? Okay, let me play the video then. Wait, let me go down. Okay, so y'all heard it? All right, let me play it then. I didn't think y'all could hear it. Okay, hold on, people. I didn't know y'all could hear it. Okay. Hold on. Let me go back. If y'all can't hear it, let me know. Okay.
To Ghana from the diaspora. The African American community is a part of the diaspora. And the way that Ghana has done this in a very genius way is to understand the African American mentality. And the way they understand the African American mentality, because the Beyond the Return and the Year of Return, a lot of African Americans in Ghana helped set that up. So they know the touching points of what our people need to hear to get them to come back to Africa. And one of the things that Ghana did is said, hey, listen, you guys need to come home. I have proof of this.
One African nation is sending a message to African Americans in the wake of George Floyd's death.
We continue to open our arms and invite all our brothers and sisters home. Ghana is your home. Africa is your home.
Ghana recently unveiled a monument to Floyd and is openly calling for Black Americans to move there. The country has courted the black dollar for some time. Last year, the president launched the Year of Return initiative, marking 400 years since the first documented arrival of West African slaves to America. Young and old flocked to the country for a number of cultural events, such as Accra Fashion Week and the music festival Afrochella. Ghana's finance minister hailed the scheme a massive success.
So she called it a scheme. Did you get that? The scheme, a massive success. The scheme to get the dollars was a massive success.
As much as $3 billion.
$3 billion. $3 billion. Wow.
In added GDP. The government in Accra is now building on that momentum with another initiative called Beyond the Return, which aims to encourage investment in Ghana.
Recently, I've been talking about Ghana.
All right.
What's going on.
So that's what I wanted y'all to understand. That's the first thing you got to understand. That's a lot of money they made. All right. So tell me something. While y'all running over there, these people on here who I know y'all on here, these ladies on here, while y'all running over there building in Ghana, tell me, why haven't they built roads with that? Why don't you have better roads there? Why isn't the infrastructure? Why didn't they put any of that I'm getting some water, y'all, so y'all gonna hear the water thing rattling. Why didn't they why didn't they take some of that $3 billion and build up the infrastructure? Tell me that. God sent you to a place where the government is not going to even take money that they have to build up the infrastructure because they got the money to do it. They just don't do it. What about IMF loans? You forgot about them? The International Monetary Fund. What happened to that money? They have all kinds of money. So why don't they use that money? Where's the money? But God tell you to go to a place that don't take not a dime, take very few pennies and invest it in their people and invest in their country. And you running over there, spending everything you got. And then mad because somebody point out the obvious. Y'all got to be joking. You've got to be joking. You got to be joking. You have got to be joking. You've got to be joking. I guess you don't know about all the money that Africa gets. I guess you don't know about that, huh? For development. I guess y'all don't know about that, huh? Guess y'all didn't know about that, huh? Guess you didn't know about that. But I guess that's okay with you, though, that they don't develop the country. That's okay with them. They don't care because God told them to do that. God. Oh, God, I'm sorry. But it's the truth. It's the truth. It is the truth. God told them to go over there and do that. So they don't have to make no sound decision. They don't have to make no sound decision. What do you mean? What do you mean? So let me go back to y'all comments because there's a whole bunch on here. So yeah, this country made all that money, $3 billion. It was all a ploy. It was all a scheme. And the scheme was successful, like they said. It was a scheme to get your money, and they still getting your money. Because what did ES tell us? What else they do along with the scheme? ES told us. They put some voodoo on you too. Y'all go ahead and tap, thank you. Y'all go ahead and please tap that like button so we can make sure this message get out to all those people, to all the fools out there. And you know who you are. All right. I don't know what this clicking in sound is on my phone, y'all, but I swear it is a clicking sound. I don't know what is going on here tonight, but we gonna keep it going. Say what you will, Willa May. America has a lot of problems. However, America is the best place to live, especially if you were born and raised in America. I never said God called me there. Thank you. Thank you. Love says you can't put everyone. Well, we're not putting everyone in the same category. I believe I broke them down. We don't have a home in the United. Listen to this. You don't own a home in the United States either. You're talking about the taxes. You're talking about the taxes that once you pay the bank, but you don't have to worry about the bank's cousin 5 times coming on your land, or is it 7 times coming and you got to pay them? We don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about somebody showing up at your door with a machete, leaving a note on the door telling you that you owe me some money, and if you don't pay me that money, I'm coming after you in your land. We don't have to worry about that. Dr. Evans Brewer says, hold on, y'all, I gotta drink some water. You're telling the whole truth, in fact. Stepchildren, oh girl, no. Girl, stop it. Look what this one, look, y'all read this. Look what this says. She says stepchildren aren't represented by Ghanaian law. You got to be joking. If the spouse does not adopt the child, they're not entitled to anything. It goes to the bloodline. Now, if they ain't giving the stepkids nothing, if they ain't giving their stepkids nothing, y'all think they gonna give y'all something? You just sound silly. Do we own land in the West? It ain't about that. We ain't talking about the West. I don't know what this clicking sound is, y'all. I really don't. We ain't talking about that. If you're lucky to pay off your mortgage, you're good, but you never own the land. Yes, you pay taxes on the land. You sure do. You pay taxes till you drop. You sure do. And guess what those taxes are used for? To help maintain the infrastructure around your land, around your house. Yeah. So I would think that you would want to pay that because I think you would want your infrastructure to stay upkept. But that's not happening in Africa. So quit trying to compare it to America because it ain't the same. Okay? Quit. This is what I'm talking about. For I shall boldly say, the Lord is my helper, and I will not fear that man. I'm sorry, I will fear what man? I will not fear what man can do unto me. Okay. That's the problem right there, that you fear that you believe man can do something to you. That part right there. Not trying to hurt your feelings, Miss Neon. I think, what's her name, y'all? Just telling you, in Africa, it's really hard and not easy. It's not. It's not. They lying if they say it is easy. The difference between freehold and leasehold, you can buy an acre of land in the UK and a park and a trailer and compare it. Okay, I know I'm not reading it right, y'all. Just to balance things out, property scams happen to vulnerable retired women. Yep, all over the world, not just in Africa. She's absolutely, whoever this person is absolutely right. Yeah, but we're talking about Africa. I'm not talking about here because they're not going to get, and that ain't the same. They ain't going to get scammed like that here. And if they do, guess what? There's some kind of justice for them. There's some type of because I was just talking to one of my friends at work. She's retiring, and she said she took her car to the shop, and she was telling me how they told her it was $5,000 to get her car fixed. I said, "What?" She said, "Girl," but she said, "You know how they do single women." She said they were lying to me. I took it someplace else, and they told me the truth. You see? But can you do that in Africa? Can you go to someplace else and they're going to tell you the truth? Because if she would have called who reported these people to somebody, here there's recourse. There's the difference. There's recourse. In Africa, there's no recourse. There's no protection for this vulnerable group. We have laws here that protect these type of women. Every time you turn around, you can find all type of news programs where they're uncovering people who are scamming these type of women, this population. There's rules here that you cannot, and if you do scam this an elderly person, you even get more time in prison. So there's rules here. There's no rules. I'm not going to say there's no rules. The rules are just not enforced. Non-Ghanaian is leased land for 50 years, Miss Jennifer says. Finishing my above comment, it shows he didn't call me there. I'm back here, thank God for his mercy. I come back alive and able to start over. Oh, yes, thank God. But but this channel addresses incidents in Africa. Yes, I do. And that's what y'all have to understand. Like, I talk about certain things. My channel is dedicated to Africa. That's why my name is Kiki Loves Nigeria, because I talk about Africa on this channel, okay? And I talk about things that happen to you in Africa, not America. Even though I talk about things that happen in America, but just not on this channel, okay? Different ball game, different states. Exactly. Everyone hard now, not just okay. It's hard. Everywhere is hard now. Yeah, it is. Eggs. Oh my God. Look, y'all. She said eggs was $13. Eggs here was 9, and I'm complaining. You said 13. That y'all, the eggs cost more than the chicken. And they want us to believe that everything is lovely in Africa. They want us to believe everything is good in Africa. You know that's a lie. Because like they told us in school, if the United States catches a cold, the rest of the world has pneumonia. Double pneumonia. So if we having it hard here, what you think is happening around the world? They all getting hit in the mouth at the same time. So that's a whole lot. If it's hard here, it's hard there. Now, there's another thing we keep forgetting about. ES told us a long time ago. She told us a long time ago in this video that not only was there the year of the return, but they were using witchcraft on us. They were using witchcraft on anybody who was attracted to Africa. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember she told us that? And remember, oh, y'all know what? Oh, this was really a mess tonight. Hold on. Oh Lord, hold on. Let me pull up this video. Um, okay. So remember they told us that? Remember, Go Black to Africa told us that. So here's another video. Well, no, he didn't tell us that. Remember, she was telling us that. Remember, ES was telling us that. So I don't know why people keep acting like this woman did not come on YouTube and tell us. Make sure, tell me, let me know if y'all can hear this. And tell us that they have put a spell on us. Remember? Kiyomi, cut it out. Remember that, y'all? Remember, Go Black did a video and well, she did the video first, remember? She did the video. And then in this video, she tells us that they put a spell on everybody who shows any type of interest in Africa. And that explains what we see, what we are seeing. That explains these older women who are in, and they all in this little WhatsApp group. They all in this WhatsApp group. And they all encouraging each other because they all under this spell. And I got to reach out and I got to bring more in. It's like they send more out and I got to bring more in. Now I'm going to play a little bit of this video because people are going to say, oh no, she's making that up. Even though this video has been out for I don't know how long, you better believe it's somebody who hasn't seen it. So let's watch this real quick. Y'all, please tell me if the volume is not good on these videos. Because I think y'all, there's so many comments, I can't see them. So I'm going to go down here and see. All right, so let's go. Let's play this real quick. And this is ES telling us about the spell. So when you see people billing in Ghana and they running every day, spending every every dime they got, like it's their job. I got to go back, like that woman, super shorty grandmother, back in the United States. Came back. She came back to sell the rest of her stuff so she could take that money where? Back to Ghana. And then she gonna brag and say, I don't know when I'm coming back after I sell this. So you came back to sell what little bit of belongings you had left. So you can make a little bit of change and take it back to Ghana. But ES told us. So let's listen to what she had to say.
Dressing in African apparel as we're supposed to do, bowing to African gods, believing in African gods.
And that's what they be doing. This is exactly what they doing, because you hear them talking about it. You can tell by the way, when they get to talking about that most high stuff, let me stop.
Completely abandoning who I knew myself to be, because in America, they tell us that we are no people, that we don't know ourselves. We're just these slaves that, we don't know nothing, and we have to come back to Africa to find ourselves. Some of you don't know this, but I was actually robbed during broad daylight, thrown out in the street after someone came crashing into my room. See, that predicament actually began by a very naive American who sent me there. That whole occurrence that everyone saw publicly, this is the thing, I think they're supposed to be led. So it's almost as if I cast this spell upon myself, this illusion upon myself that I need to abandon everything that I was and that I was doing, everything that I knew, and come back and reclaim something that was just not there.
And that's what they're doing. Just what she said. There's an illusion on these people, and they believe they need to go back, sell everything they have, go back to some place. A lot of them ain't even from Ghana. Go back to a place that they're not even from. So how can you go back to a place where you're not even from and spend everything you have. That doesn't even make sense. Like she said, an illusion. You've cast this spell on yourself. You embrace it.
Another spiritual practitioner, shrine holder. After a few months, I was informed by the chiefs that that was a bad idea because whom I was associated with, those whom said that they were helping me and doing all of these things, were actually thieves and parasites. I did not say these words. Neither did I really hear what the chiefs were saying at that time because I'm new to the environment. I don't understand the language yet. Even when it's translated, they're telling you something, but we don't really hear it. Even when I was talking, when all of this stuff was happening, people didn't really hear me because not only did the spell come over on me, it was on everybody that was around and looking. A complete spell to influence people to see us in a higher light. That this is.
Do y'all get what she's saying? The spell was on anybody who was looking to see these people, to see her in a higher light, to see anything, these people, to see Ghana in a higher light.
I was informed by the chiefs that that was a bad idea because whom I was associated with, those whom said that they were helping me and doing all of these things, were actually thieves and parasites. I did not say these words. Neither did I really hear what the chiefs were saying at that time because I'm new to the environment. I don't understand the language yet. Even when it's translated, they're telling you something, but we don't really hear it. Even when I was talking, when all of this stuff was happening, people didn't really hear me because not only did the spell come over on me, it was on everybody that was around and looking. A complete spell to influence people to see us in a higher light. That this is the best thing to do for African Americans.
Yes.
Come back and claim your heritage and things
Yes.
like that.
That was the game.
Like I said, all of that trauma, all of those bad things that were happening, I had already completely moved on from that very temporary relationship. But unfortunately, the internet can be extremely toxic. They create stories, they create a visual of what they want the African American woman to be. We're not.
Okay.
And this is when the earthquake happened. This is really important what I'm telling you guys, right? Because at that time I was actually being groomed to be a spiritual leader of my group, of the people that would come here from America. I brought in hundreds of.
Do y'all hear her say she was groomed to be the spiritual leader? She just said, I brought in hundreds of people. Do y'all don't see that this is what's going on in those WhatsApp groups? Y'all don't see that?
I started working on myself, exercising, taking care of my mind, my heart, eating well, just focused on myself, focused on building. I meet my husband, my now husband. And this is when the earthquake happened. This is really important what I'm telling you guys, right? Because at that time I was actually being groomed to be a spiritual leader of my group, of the people that would come here from America. I brought in hundreds of people who believed me. They were persuaded by pretty much everything that I said because this is Africa. You're supposed to believe it, right? The spell was not only cast over me, it was cast over anyone who was wanting to connect this way. So, like I just said, I had moved on from that situation, but I was.
Okay, hold on, y'all. We got a question. What about the people who are not misleading others? Well, if you're not misleading others, we're not talking about you, Miss Love. That's what I'm saying. It's only certain people we're talking about. Everybody is not the same. Everybody's situation is not the same. If you're not, you know if you're the person I'm talking about. You know if you're the people that I'm talking about. You know who you are. Trust me, they know who they are. I'm not talking about everybody. No, I'm not. I'm talking about the people who know who they are.
Was still living within the compound because I'm the type of person that even though you're not seeing a person anymore, you can still be peaceful, right? Well, some people are not like that. So that is why we saw that blow up. And it almost looked like a love triangle. That's what the YouTube wanted it to be.
We don't want to hear. We don't care about that part.
Elohim, when you understand that, and that spirit that came to her when she said she was bowing down to other gods.
Yes.
It's safe. The next segment over here, you know, she hit on a couple of things.
Now listen to the stuff he gonna point out.
She found God. I don't even like to use the word God, and I know that it is a universal word, but there are many gods. But when we talk about Elohim or we talk about Yeshua, God has no meaning. We have to understand that. This is why it's important when people say Jesus, like Jesus was a European concept. It was Yeshua. Yeshua means salvation. When you acknowledge that the greater creator, the Elohim, the I am that I am, the only true living God, if you will, the only true living presence of the power that is Elohim, when you understand that, and that spirit that came to her when she said she was bowing down to other gods.
Yes.
It saved her. That spirit is always there to save us. Thankfully, she didn't become so reprobated in her mind that she couldn't be saved. And that's the beauty of the power that is. And I love the fact that she did this video. I'm married her over the years. And I'm
He is in the secret chambers, believe it or not. And that's in the English translation.
Okay. Let me, even for those who may not understand, it said that there have been many people who claim to be Christ who come.
Like Daniel.
Some say,
like Daniel. Daniel claims to be who, y'all? He is the king of Judah.
He's over there. He's in the mountains. He's in the desert.
And who these people buying land from? Daniel. Don't be buying no land from Daniel.
But don't go ye not. Do you know where he is? Or the power of salvation? Yeshua means salvation.
Okay, I don't want to hear him.
Consciousness, y'all.
Let me see if we got. I think there's a little
Savior
more.
Has come to
her.
And my grandfathers.
Yeah, this is just about them doing witchcraft, him being into it also. So basically what I wanted you to get from that video, I wanted you to get to understand what you're dealing with. Oh, shoot, I shouldn't have shut that. What you are up against. That's what I want you to see. What you are up against, okay? What you are up against is something very, very serious, okay? Something that you are not prepared for. Most of us don't know anything about this spirituality they practice. Most of us don't know anything about this witchcraft, this juju, or whatever it is that they practice. Most of us know nothing about that. Nothing about that. We don't know what's being used on us or against us. But all we know is that we build in Ghana. And again, I'm not talking about everybody. You know who I'm talking about. You know if I'm talking about you. You know if you took your whole retirement and moved to Africa and don't know no daggone body. You know if you took everything you had and relocated to Africa and you ain't never even been there before. Or because you done it because you met somebody on the internet and they told you to spend all your money and you did it. And I'm not even talking about you made a mistake. Okay, you made a mistake. I'm going to regroup from my mistake and I'm going to learn and go on. No, I'm talking about the ones who want to recruit other people in to this madness. That's who I'm talking about. They done got messed up, so they want you messed up too. Nadine jumped in a conversation without knowing what this channel was all about. No one says don't travel or don't move. This channel is about being manipulated in lands. Yeah, let me get out y'all conversation. Let me get out y'all conversation. Did you hear the one about the dyslexic insomnia? What? Okay, I don't know what y'all talking about. Okay, so look now. This is what I want y'all to look at. Steph says, whew, can we get on with the content? Wait, y'all, these comments was almost an hour ago. Oh my God, I'm that far behind in the comments. I'm sorry. Okay. Wait, because your comments be so good, I'm trying to get them. Wait a minute, she said, London lady says, but maybe Arrival has worked out that they're ousting on YouTube. They invite potentials. Oh, okay. So she's saying maybe they're not telling them they're gone because they don't want nobody to break in. Moving to Africa isn't dumb. My retirement will last longer there than here. I guess that's what he's saying. Must not live like a Westerner. Well, but did you cash out your whole retirement? Did you cash out your retirement? Did you take everything you got and go? But I'm not talking about people who retire, like who. The people I'm talking about are the people who take their checks, who cash out everything and go over there. That's what we're talking about. Not just like, some people who retire, they move over there. That's different. Okay. They have steady income. But if you're an older lady, I still I wouldn't advise you to do that. Not by yourself, I wouldn't. You have a steady income and that's retirement. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. If you have a steady income, that's completely different. But if you were a single woman, a retired woman, I still wouldn't be doing that. So it goes deeper. A lot of Western diaspora feel they need to leave because of unstable political. Yes. The political climates are unstable in Africa. Yeah. Because you've made a plan. Okay. Y'all talking to each other. I agree that hardship is getting ready to start hard in the West. Yeah, it is hard over here. Okay, so now that brings us to the video of tonight. This lady's name is, let me get it pulled up. This lady's name is Sincerely Michele. She is one of those people who has taken everything she has and moved to Africa. She, according to her, I'm going to share the screen so y'all can see what I'm talking about. According to her, she has, she's been in Africa probably, this is her YouTube channel, because one thing that they advise them all to do is to make YouTube channels. I don't know what group this lady is with. I really don't. But she's a part of some WhatsApp group. And she's only been in Ghana probably, I would say, maybe 3 months. I would say maybe 3 months. And as you can see, her YouTube channel isn't very large. It's not very big. I mean, this is a month ago that she left. And then that same month, she's excavating land. So, hold on, y'all. So this is one of the people who I'm shocked by because I mean, these are just the thing. Moving like this is just not safe to me. So let me introduce y'all to Michele, Sincerely Michele. All right. This is her, and this music is so annoying. This is her. Okay, I can't do the music. All right, I can't do the music. Let me talk. Okay, so this is her channel. She's moved to Ghana. I guess she's bought several plots of land in Ghana. This is them, you know. I could have swore she said, hold on, y'all. I could have swore she said she was buying land in Ruby Village. And yeah, but she's this music. I gotta turn this music off. This I could have swore she said she was buying. So somebody on here who, if they know, y'all let me know. Okay. So she's buying land. She's had to buy land 3 times because she says she's had some problems with the other 2 plots. This is, I guess, the land demarcation. This is her first time she went to go demarcate the land. So let's see if there's a part without. Most of this has music.
No. But you was going to be in it, and some people don't want to be on the camera because you're gonna be on TV. Yeah.
So it seems like it's a group of them.
Down here?
I don't know, but I'm thinking.
What you think, Solomon?
Yeah, it's all the way down there.
So I got quite a few
It's
trees.
not a plot.
And they don't even know where their land is.
Right? So that could be
You know, this sounds like the Daniel situation. Because these people don't know where their land is. They don't know where they don't know where this is. They don't know where that is.
In this spot.
I'm gonna say
At that tree. That last tree. So I got quite a few trees. Look at God.
And this is not even the land she's on now.
I'm keeping every rock.
It's another
but you
one.
see all the rocks up there? So I wonder how they're gonna cut. I don't know how.
So this was in 1 month ago. This was in January. She's been there a month and she's already bought this land, leased this land. All right. She's leased this land. This land did not work out. So she had to get another land. Let me show y'all that one. That land did not work out. The one I just showed y'all, I don't know what happened. But something happened with that land and it didn't work out. So now she had to lease 2 other pieces of land. Here's her on her second. She was recruited by Kenza Babe. So that's what I'm saying. How you start is how you finish. Now, she was recruited by somebody, Kenza Babe, who we all see every day being taken advantage of in Ghana, paying 3 times, 4 times as much as Ghana. So she recruits somebody else. So what do you think has happened to Michele? Do you think she gonna get a fair price on things? Do you think she gonna have a fair shake on things? No, she gonna get treated the same way Kenza get treated. She gonna get taken advantage of just like Kenza get taken advantage of. She gonna get the upsell just like Kenza gets the upsell. Kenza's recruiting these women to be taken advantage of. Now, what kind of woman is she? What kind of woman is that? She know what's going on there because look at her house. Her house don't make no sense. It don't make no rhyme, no reason. And this woman talking about moving in, it ain't finished, but I'm going to move in and I'm going to rough it. And now what is this lady Michele saying? The same thing. But what did ES just say? That's what they supposed to do. You scared for her. Police say pick me up. Okay. Kiki. I know. Honey, this has been a rough one tonight. This has been a rough one tonight, but they don't want the message out. But it's going to come out. It's going to come out. Okay. All right. Sincerely Michelle's recruited by Kinsbay. We got that one. Fools and their money. Yes. Yes. That's all these are. I don't want to retire in a country where I'm older than the life expectancy. Yes. They buy sick. They buy sick. They buy in the past country. Okay, I can understand that one. My people are delivered from that place, and it would be crazy for me to fly back. That's going backwards. I will retain my property here in Florida. Good. No cash out for me. Good, 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 Kiki. I will be on 5 months. Yeah, see, that's not the same thing. They ain't doing that, heavy pedal time. They're not doing that. They're cashing out their retirement. They're selling their houses. They're selling everything they have and going to build a house in Ghana. That don't make sense. What about the health care as you age? Good luck with that retirement plan. Yeah. Yeah, and they're not healthy. You could tell they're not healthy. Or a place that exports good on rich. Okay. No way am I moving to any place. Okay. Hi. Hey Fiona. Hey Fiona. Okay, y'all. So now this lady is, I don't know. She says she retired. I heard her say she retired. Now she's over there doing the same thing Kenza Babe doing, making videos about anything and everything, trying to get her YouTube channel to make money. Buying, she got 3-4 plots of land too, honey. She got all kind of land everywhere too. You know, they all got 3-4-5 plots of land. So she got 3-4-5 plots of land too. Okay. So this is the second plot of land. Let's see what she say about that. Oh, but she played too much music. I'm gonna have to cut her.
Going down to this land because it's actually like the total opposite way. When I went to the first land, I was through Accra. This is going, I think, away from Accra. I'm not sure. Again, it's my first time, so I'll see. So I'll, get some video of me going through the land, the villages or wherever we go in the streets, so that you can get an idea of where I'm going to be and what it's like here. Sorry, so much the truck is going by. So come along, spend the day with me.
All right,
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's.
Before I'm going, and just asking God to
So
guide.
this is where she lives. Another vulnerable move. She lives alone in this apartment. Okay.
And
That
let
is
me know.
that's not very smart at all. I'm trying now. Let's see. And you know who's driving her around? Who's taking her everywhere? Oh, let me mute this. Who's taking her everywhere? Who's driving her here? Who's driving her there? You know who's doing that? Super Shorty and his grandmother. Yeah, because that's their job, to recruit them. Like she said, these are her clients. This is her client. Her client, she sells them land. She said that in the video. So you people who on here saying, oh, Kiki, she don't sell land. She said she did. She said, I had the people I sold, we sold the land to, and then she cleaned it up and said, help sell the land to, which we know she don't own no land. But yeah, she gonna brag and say she sold them the land. Like I said, she's brokering the deals. So quit playing with me. She's recruiting and bringing these people in. But why? Why would you be doing that when you're struggling and you don't even have enough to make it? And you know you don't have enough to make it, but you recruit other women. Other women. And y'all want to say, I'm talking about women. I'm defaming women. I'm putting women down. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Y'all got to be kidding me. Y'all got to be. Now this is the second
Main Street.
place she done went to go buy
It's
land at.
on the front part. This is my
The
land.
first one didn't. The first one fell through. This is the second one.
Right here, with this big trees. All of this down here is mine. So it doesn't look like we have any fruit trees.
Neem.
No, but what is that? I mean, I know what it is. Like, what tree is that?
That one is a neem.
Look,
Yeah.
listen to that one. You know who that voice is right there. No, I don't like her. I don't like people who help lead other people astray. I don't like people like that. Just because you got taken advantage of, you should be holding up the sign, Kenza, telling everybody, no, you don't want to do this because you're going to be messed up like me. But no, what is she doing? She recruiting other people, bringing them there. She holding up the sign. Come on, come on. Let them use you too, because I'm going to make some change off of you. While they using you, I'm going to use you too.
There's these little ones and stuff is neem. That's a neem. I don't know what
That's
this
a
one
neem.
is. Neem.
No, but what is that? I mean, I know what it is. Like, what tree is that?
That one is a neem. Yeah, that one right there is a neem.
So she's not selling land, people. What is she doing? She's the one taking her to this land. So what is she doing? She's doing what ES said they're supposed to do. They recruit other people, so you look up to them. They recruit you and bring you in so they can get your money too.
That's a neem. Those little ones growing. Neem grows naturally, so.
Because she know, this is another thing, she know everything. She know everything.
Yeah. Those right there, neem.
All my trees.
I want all my tree. Look, it ain't yours. This is not yours. This ain't hers.
It's far away from everything.
I'm so sick of these lies. And they feed the lies to other women, other vulnerable, lonely women. These are lonely women who go to Africa thinking it's going to change their whole life and the loneliness is going to go away. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. It's going to intensify. Because you're going to be used for everything you got.
Well, I walk the land. There's a lot of land.
Get you a YouTube channel. Just show anything on the YouTube channel so you can get subscribers and make money off of viewers. That's all it is, to make money off of us. Yeah, make money off of us now. That's what the YouTube channel is about, making money off of us. Look, there she go, look.
Can't really do anything.
Right. I know. Something just stuck me.
Recruiting the other people. She should be ashamed.
I thought they was out saying they was putting at least the pillar things down.
Yeah, he could galvanize. The thing is, we're waiting for the dry season.
I thought she wasn't selling land, people. Why she talking about them putting the pillars down? Don't come on my channel with nonsense. This is an old fool recruiting other people to be taken advantage of. Period. Period. So that's her friend Ken's babe. Ken's babe selling her some land. That's Ken's client. Because that's what you are. You're not a friend, you're a client. Just like just like Miss Aretha told us. Just like she told us. Those aren't your friends. They are not your friends. Oh, I went back all the way up. I'm gonna go down real quick, y'all. Yeah, they are not your friends. Trust me, a lot of us are going to move where our money can last longer. Well, yeah, we're not talking about that. Their money is not lasting longer. These people are being taken advantage of. Several have returned. They sure have, Miss Aretha. Yeah, they have returned. They don't have the money to stay in Africa. Africa is expensive. Quit playing. I was born in Jamaica and I would dare to go and live there. Haven't you heard of all the returning get killed? They sure do. They sure do. Honey, I've been meaning to talk about that. But you know what? I can't understand their accents. So sometimes I can't understand what happened because the news will be in their accent and I can't understand. But a lot of them have returned only to be unalived. And they're from daggone Jamaica. True dot cost of living out here is huge. Spend a third compared to Asta shopping bill and electricity is £10 a month. Where do you live? Stand there. There's nothing going. There's nothing wrong with visiting Africa and even staying for a while, but I wouldn't give up every. Right. That's what they're doing, honey. That's the problem. That is the problem. And here we go. Okay. All right. So now she's up there trying to buy land, right? So now she's at her little third uh, land buying expedition. Okay. So I think she's finally gotten her land, and guess where it's at? It's in Putin, with Super Shorty and Ken's babe got their land, of course. So she finally got that, but let's go here. Let me go here. So let's go.
Walking up the hill. It's my house will be on the hill now. Go and check it out. I'm walking away. To walk away. Oh, they put these are the markers? So these are the markers they're using right here? Oh. Oh. Okay, I see somebody down here. I see Somebody walking.
She wanted them to put bleach in it, and honey, they ignored her. They completely ignored her. Oh, we can't do this with this music. Let me get this off of here. I want y'all to hear what they say now.
So this is for the 40.
But see, basically, she don't know where it is. And remember they were saying, the people who were buying land from Daniel, remember they were saying in that group that was the problem? Oh, and I wasn't talking about those people when I was talking about fools. These are the fools right here. Kenza and her crew. Those are the fools. She's just walking around looking. I can't even believe this. Look, I struggled up. What? Look. Okay. So this is the other land, y'all. I didn't realize it was this late. It's 8:27. We need to hurry up. Okay, so look, that's the I believe this is the last piece of land that she got. Okay. So we're gonna get off the land. This ain't what I want y'all to see. I want y'all to see this is what we're gonna talk about this video. Because it's late. I didn't know it was this late. Because we had all those problems. And we still having problems. So hold on, let's get this this video up here so we can get this video on and get off because it's been a while. Ooh, Steph, thank you for coming out tonight. We really needed you, girl. It was crazy on here. All right, this is the video we're going to talk about, and then we're going to get off.
Good morning.
This is the reality of when you just up and go to Africa.
Good morning, YouTube. It's Sincerely Michele. I just want to, you know me, always want to come on here and talk about something. It's so crazy because it'd be so much to talk about. It's like some things, it's like, oh my God. It's like, it'd be like just unbelievable stuff. Like, and you'd be like, But, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. It's just wanted to come on and talk a little bit. So, when you come from the U.S., obviously I know everything is different. It doesn't run the same way.
But do y'all really know that? Do y'all really know that? Do they really know that, y'all? Because I don't think they really know that. I don't really think they know that. I don't. Because why I really don't think they know that? Because they make business decisions without really knowing what they're doing. And there's no recourse. They think they can go to court. They think there's some kind of recourse when it's really not. So if you really know where you are and what you're doing, you wouldn't be doing the things that you're doing. So that's not true.
You got to get used to some stuff that you...
Now remember, this is Kenza's client. Kenza brought her there.
You know, have not had to get used to. And some days we.
So you didn't know that before you went. You see what I mean? You didn't know you're going to have to get used to a lot. A lot. And if you've lived, and this lady, I don't know how old she is, but if you've lived in the United States all your life, you think you can just go to Ghana and you can relocate and everything's going to be hunky-dory? And you only been there 2 months? Kenza should have told you that. Why didn't Kenza tell you that?
For me anyway, some days I conquer all things that happen in my day that pops up. And then it be those days that you be like, are you serious? And it just throw your whole everything off. So I know I talked about the barrels and I said, oh, I got the barrels, whatever. So in the barrels, I bought a lot of food. And when I was buying the food, I think, and this is something that we all have to, it just like a little note to keep in our head. When we are packing barrels and we're packing, obviously your clothes or your personal things, whatever you want, that's what you want. But when it comes down to food, if you're sending food like I did, because obviously I didn't know what the food, how that would go. And, I didn't know about if they have like the same seasonings that we have and, certain things, because I knew when I was doing it, like, okay, this is stuff when I went in the store, okay, this is stuff I'm buying, I'm gonna put a lot of food. And I said, okay. The blessing is I don't have to buy food for a long time. The only thing that I have to do right now is buy like, onions, tomatoes, peppers, that kind of stuff, and water. I don't have to buy any food for a long time. And so that's the blessing. I'm grateful that way. Once I, start, moving to my home, I'll still probably have, I'll have some of those things. And then obviously I can start doing my garden and I won't need to use the outside for anything but bottled water. Thank you, Jesus. So I'm grateful for that. But in the meantime, to store these things, because obviously I'm still living in my apartment. I have my lease is for the year. So I'm still living in the apartment. So now I don't want to just have, I don't know about anybody else. Same thing with my clothes. When I first got here, I couldn't live out the suitcases every day.
This lady rattles on so much.
This big thing. And I'm like, what is this? I open it up. What is it? A tent. I said, okay. Now, for some reason, when I was doing my packing and buying, I thought I was going to need a tent. I got it's a zipper thing. You go in it. It's like a shower, and then it comes with a bag, this plastic bag. You pour the water in it. It have a knob on it. You put the water in it. You get in it. You run it. But it was some stuff. The majority for me was the food and herbs. So I do holistic, and I do a lot of like herbs and sea moss and different stuff like that. So I have a lot of herbs and stuff. So I try to make teas and that kind of stuff. So a lot of that. So now I have to store this stuff. Now, mind you, I have a storage. So I'm going in the barrels and I'm like, oh my God, I bought all of this. I didn't realize I bought this. I bought so many of these. So anyway, I have all these things. And now I have to put these things up. I can't leave them in a barrel, because if I leave them in a barrel, that means I don't know what I have in the barrel again. And you buy stuff because you're not knowing. You have to, for me, I don't know about anybody else, but I'm a visual. I got to see what it is because I have to know what.
So let me give you some back information. So she's upset with these about how long things take to get things done in Ghana. She wants things to be like here, you can go, well, she's expecting things to be like here, you can go in the store, you can buy it right away. So basically somebody's playing her on making these shells. And this is what she's trying to complain, but she's trying not to complain at the same time. You see what I mean? Because they look down on you when you complain, especially when you come online and tell us what's going on.
Yeah, you know, and even that's even when you at home, you got some stuff in front of stuff, and then you start moving stuff, and you're like, oh, and you steady buying it because you don't see it in the front. And then when you start moving stuff, you see it, and you're like, I just bought all of these. Like me, I was always that way with coconut milk and always wind up having so much. So I'm that way. Black people can't get along. We can't get along. You know, how we take advantage of one another, and how, you know, even back then they were selling us, and, you know, it was our own people, and we have to learn to come together. I just, and everything. I went over there, asked him, could he make me a show?
Okay, this is the
So
part.
it is because I have to know what I have, you know, and even that's even when you at home, you got some stuff in front of stuff, and then you start moving stuff, and you're like, oh, and you steady buying it because you don't see it in the front. And then when you start moving stuff, you see it, you're like, I just bought all of these. Like me, I was always that way with coconut milk. And
because they tell them the longer you stay on YouTube, the more money you're going to get. Okay, so that's why these videos, they be like this. You know, it's not really no real content. It's just
wind up having
like, let
so
me
much.
just stay on
So I'm that
YouTube.
way. So for me, I have to take everything out the barrel and line it up and put it so I'm able to see what I have so that I'm able to use it. But, you know, I've showed you my apartment and there are no shelves or anything like that. So I said, okay, I have next door, I have a local guy who makes beds and everything. I went over there, asked him, could he make me a show? So
the local guy knows she lives alone. Everybody in the community knows she lives alone. Not very smart.
When I go over there, he tries to charge me 800 CDs. Okay. So I was like,
now remember, who's her friend? Who do they see her running around with? Kenza Bay, the lady who's overcharged for air, and you don't even pay for air.
No, that's a lot. So I was like, well, no, thank you. So I was walking Cynthia home one night. And the same night, actually, I saw the guy.
So Cynthia is one of the other ladies. Cynthia is another one of her clients.
So I said, oh, wait a minute, don't leave me. I'm coming with you.
According to this lady, they were all in a Facebook, a WhatsApp group.
So I started talking to him, and I went all the way back into slavery and how the people sold and how Black people can't get along. We can't get along, you know, how we take advantage of one another, and how, you know, even back then they were selling us, and, you know, it was our own people, and we have to learn to come together. I just went through this whole, like, an hour long, I talked to this man. And I said that you don't know that I could potentially be a help for you. We never know our blessings, because sometimes we push our blessings. God sends certain people to us in our lives, and then we turn around and push the people away, or, you know, turn away from the people because we don't know that that's the blessing. So meanwhile, while we're praying and we're asking God for stuff, and then He sends the stuff, and we push the stuff away because we don't know that that's what God sent us. So, you know, we miss the blessing. So I went through this whole big thing with him. Anyway, by the time I finished talking to this young man, I said, okay, how much you going to charge me? He said, how much you want to give me? I said, no, I want you to tell me how much you want to charge me. He said, okay, give me 500 CDs. I said, oh, okay, I could do that. So my question to you is, how do 800 CDs go?
Okay, so Sincerely Michele, if you're still on here, because this was some hours ago. Oh no, it was actually a couple minutes ago. So my first question is, why did you think it was a good idea to move to Africa when you knew nothing about Ghana? Why did you think that was a good idea? My second question to you is, did you think your association with Kenza Babe, did you think that was going to be a positive for you, or did you think that was going to impact you negatively? That's the first two questions I have. And I was on your channel. I left you a chat, a comment, but you ignored it or you deleted it, but it was gone. No, I'm not. So she says she's okay with her decision. Okay, so she's not. Okay, let me go back to the video. Okay, let me go back to the video. All right, yeah, I'm going back to the video. Okay. So if you can go ahead and answer them questions for me, those are the
To
two
500.
questions that I have
And
right off
wait,
the top of my
I
head.
was okay with that. So
Because I'm just wondering
it
why.
just goes to
Why
show you
I'm
they make up
wondering
the
why
price.
you thought that. I'm just curious. Why do you think that's a good idea? That's why I gave you the opportunity to email me so we wouldn't have to go do it like this. But okay, so why did you think that was a good idea to go to Ghana and spend all your money in Ghana on something that you will never ever own? And it's so hard for you as a single person, a single woman there. So I'm wondering, why is that? What in your mind said that is a good idea for me? And what about if you get sick? What happens then? So if you can answer those questions, that would be. And do you, like I said, your relationship with Kendra, because she's your guide, you're her client. Do you think since your client's being taken advantage of by the locals, do you think that's going to impact you? So those are my two questions. Yeah, I'm curious too. Exactly. Why would you take especially at your age, at 20 something, you don't care. 30, you don't care. 40, oh, you care. 50, oh, you really care. 60, oh, you ain't doing that. 70, you looking at everybody like you was a fool because you think I'm a fool. So we want to know. We want to know. And we want to know, did you look at any other body's opinion? Did you look at counter opinions like my show? Did you look at Go Black to Africa, who was warning you all of what awaits you once you get there? That would be greatly appreciated.
And they give us whatever they want. If I would have been like, oh, okay, blah, 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 I would have paid you 800 CDs and I would have been out 300 CDs because he was going to he gave it to me for the 500. So that's why with some things, I'm saying this too, that you have to be mindful in Ghana as well, because if you don't haggle with them, they will get over on you and you will be spending so much unnecessary money down here. And
But even if you haggle with them, you don't know if you're haggling with them for the right price. You don't know what the price is. You're still not going to get a good price. Even if you haggle with them, you're still going to be overcharged. You don't know what the price is because you're not from there. So I'm just confused to why you think this is a good idea. If you could answer those questions, it would be greatly appreciated.
I don't even have no words for it because they just make up the prices as they see you come along with the
See,
American accent or any foreign accent that's not theirs. And the price is just, some are lenient and some are brutal. Like I said, 300
see,
CDs more.
see. Why is it a good idea for a middle-aged woman, a single woman? Well, I think this woman gets her retire. I think she said she has her retirement. Why is that a good idea to go to a place where they make up the prices when they see you coming? And then you all encourage other women to come and do that too. Please tell me. Please. I want to know.
Like sometimes it's for 5 CD or whatever. But even that, if you going out every day and every day that you get anything from anybody is always, when you add that up weekly, monthly, yearly, like all of this money that I gave away because of them overcharging me prices.
See?
Anyway, back to this story that has me a little perturbed. So I said, okay. I'll Momo you, and that's the means of money that we use down here on your phone, and everybody has a Momo. So that's how people pay each other through your phone on the Momo app. Okay. So when I thought about it because after the fact, when I took everything out and I saw, I was like, oh no, one is not going to do. I said, I'm going to need 2 because I have way too much. So I called him up on the phone and I said, okay, make me 2. He said, okay, yes, madam. So I sent him the money for 2. So he said it'll be done Wednesday. So the Tuesday I went there and I'm like, hey, I called them, sorry. I says, do you have good news for me? He said, yes, madam. I said, okay. I said, oh, good. I said, so can I come pick it up? And he's like, oh, no, madam. It's no Friday. I said, but you just told me. I said, okay, that's fine. So I said, no, he said Wednesday. I said, oh, okay. I said, well, then see you tomorrow. He said, okay. Wednesday come. I said, I called him and I said, hey, Adame, are you ready for me? He's like, oh, no, madam, Friday. I said, but you told me Wednesday. Today is Wednesday. I said, I really need it because I have everything on the floor. He said, oh, no, madam, please, madam, please. He said, Friday. I said, okay, no problem. So yesterday I go. I said, okay, I'm here. He looks at me. I look at him. I see the wood that he bought.
With no cabinet.
The thing. I said, he said, oh, madam, it's not ready yet. I said, you told me Friday. I said, you told me Wednesday first. Then you told me Friday. I said, why don't you let me do it? I said, give me the wood and the tools and I'll do it myself. I said, because I'm able to do it. I said, matter of fact, I have a drill at home. Let me see if I can charge it up. And then I can come and you just give me the nails and I'll put it together myself because I'm accustomed to doing that. And he's like, oh, no, madam, no, madam. I said, no, yes, please. I said, please let me do it because I'm capable of doing it. It's wood. You drill it in, 1, 2, 3, boom, boom, boom. It'll be done in 5 minutes. You're making me wait for something that you keep telling me. You keep pushing the day off for something that's going to take literally 10 minutes with this drill. And even if you're hammering it, because it's what, 2 holes on each side for 4.
So see, here we go again with this. I know how to do everything. I'm the American person, and if you know how to do it, then just do it. Why you just didn't take the nails and hammer in and do it? Why go through all of this? See, why go through all of this? And this is what God called you to, because she's one of the ones who believes that God called her to this also.
Abs. Oh no,
That God called her to go through arguing with this man about something as minor as a cabinet that she made a whole 41-minute video about. But God called you to this, right, ma'am? He called you to this and put you in this place. But when somebody said, well, can you come and talk about this? You ignore that. You ignore that. You ignore that. No, because see, they're not trying to give y'all no information that's going to help y'all. They're not trying to give y'all no information that's going to enlighten y'all. They're not trying to do that. They're not. You see how they came on here in full force tonight?
I said, no, please let me do it. I said, I can do it. You go finish what you're doing. Just give me the stuff. Anyway.
They sent this woman on here.
No, I'm coming. He does it. I said, okay, well, it's 2.
Bitter. Look at this. Look, Kiki, we got to stop for this. Your spirit is very bitter, God's daughter. Now, you know that's a lie. Whatever God you serve, ma'am, that is not the God I serve. So I could care less what you got to say about me. Okay? If my spirit is bitter, girl, I wouldn't spend hours talking about things to help improve people like Michelle's life. Okay? This don't have nothing to do with me. I'm not like her. I'm not like. I got plenty of things to talk about myself if I want to do that. If I was a bitter person, that's what bitter people do, ma'am. No, I spent hours, as you can see, I've been on here for 2 hours and 49 minutes trying to spread this message. If I was a bitter person, I wouldn't be talking about these old fools. I'd let them be old fools. All right? So no, ma'am, I think you're a bitter person. I think you're a jealous person. That's what I think. If you never see the videos, you're just enjoying. Okay. The difference is I'm sharing my life and you're not. Sharing what? Well, who's not what? We're not what? Sharing our lives? What are you talking about? I don't know what she's talking about, y'all. I don't know what she's talking about. Again, there's no disrespect to anyone. I'm okay with my decision. I have the right to do, but that we didn't say you didn't have the right to do it. We didn't say you didn't have the right to do it. But what we're saying is this. Why do you guys pretend like this is the best thing since sliced bread when you know this is a very dangerous decision for any woman to make, especially a single woman? You know how much this is going to cost her. You know this is a bad decision. Let's finish the video so we can hear what you feel about this.
Think I only needed one? He said, oh, you needed two? I said, you thought I gave you all of that money to make one? And I'm, going back and forth with you.
All the money to make one. See, she's been overcharged. She's been overcharged. You see what I mean? But I don't regret my decision. This was a really good decision. You see? It was a really good decision.
And I gave you double what you told me, and now I only want one? He was like, oh, madam, I have to go and get more wood. I said, are you kidding me? I said, you thought I gave you all of that for one shelf? And he looked at me and he smiled. He said, oh. I said, okay, so you only got one. So now I'm a little perturbed, but I said, you know what? Okay.
So she's just paid all this money for one shelf. She paid double for one shelf. And she's on here telling us she doesn't regret her decision. Okay, tell that to yourself, not to us. So TNK says 100 YouTubers saying it's paradise and to leave out of Babylon, blah, blah, blah. Not showing the reality. And that's the problem I have. Show us the reality. This camp, I've been to Africa 13 times, lady. I'm planning another trip as we speak. I know the reality of there. That's how I know y'all lying. And you don't have no man. You got to deal by yourself in every single thing. I know you being taken advantage of. You can't even buy a piece of bread without being taken advantage of. You being overcharged for, like I said, for air, and air is free. Don't let these people fool you.
I said, okay, well, when are you going to do it? Oh, madam, I have to go buy wood and everything to the place, blah, 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 blah. I said, so when are we looking at? I said, because I really need it. He said, I'm going to do it. I said, it took this long for me to get this one, and I had to literally come over here and be like, I'm doing it in order for you to do it. And now I have to wait again for the other one, and I really, really need it. He said, oh, madam, I'm going to go for the wood tomorrow. I said, okay. Okay. So, and for me, my thought process now, and so it's a learning experience for me. First, I won't pay you all of it. And normally I don't. I normally pay half and half.
Wow.
But he's right next door.
She paid him all of it, and he played her. Who does that sound like? Kenza. That happens to Kenza all the time. But what does this woman come on our channel and tell us? I don't regret my decision at all. It is the best decision I ever made. Okay.
I just felt like
Thank
it
you.
was two little shelves that, and that wasn't going to take no long time. Boom, boom, it'll be done. Well, lesson learned. No. Pay half because I need you to put fire. Because meanwhile, he's over there working. He's making beds because it's a furniture store. So I hear him over there. He pounding away. So you mean to tell me you couldn't stop? You got 5 people over there to just, put this together. The other 4 people could have been working while you was putting this together for me. How long does it take just to build a shelf? Learning lesson.
Let me go to this Cotton Top says, there's a comment I want to read. The spell starts with a capital P. These ladies are under a spell of Mr. Willie. They create an imaginary world that supports their agenda. The women are pimped by the local men. Because see, I'm just speechless. I'm just speechless. I'm just speechless. That at their age, that they're running around with these boys with these little boys, and all they doing is playing them. And then you come on YouTube and you share this nonsense with these other old fools and encourage them to come. But the sad thing about it, y'all, is that these are somebody's mother. This is somebody's grandmothers. These women are somebody's aunts, aunties. I mean, let me just hit play.
And again, it's God humbling me because we're so accustomed.
She overcharged, pay this man twice as much. And here we go. He played her. And what she say? It's God humbling her. Are you still on here, ma'am? Can you tell me how this man double charging you is God humbling you? Can you explain that to us, along with how is it God's will that you go to a country where you're overcharged for everything? How is that God's will? And can you please answer the other questions that I asked you, ma'am? I greatly appreciate that.
You pay your money, you get it. You go to Lowe's, whatever, anything you do, it's right away. You get it done, and it's done. Not having to follow somebody, call them, do all of these things to get it done, because with them, it's no emergency. For us, it's an emergency. Them, it's like, okay, I'll do it, madam. Us, I need this done today, right? In the next hour, I'll be back. For them,
wait a minute, y'all. Heavy pedal time. You said you're from Hartford, Connecticut. Quasi is from Connecticut. Do you know Quasi? Do you know Quasi Boy? Because he's from there.
Yes, madam. And even when they say yes, madam, you think they understood what you said? Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
See, that's why you gotta, ma'am, to understand North American English, you have to study that, ma'am. Or either you have to be around people who speak that language. Most of them are not around people who speak North American English, and most of them don't study it in school, ma'am. So they're not going to understand you. They're not going to understand you. But you didn't know that before you went there? Kinza Babe didn't tell you that before you went there? Oh, she didn't know because she went there to follow her 25, 18, 19-year-old boyfriend. So she didn't know. So you're following a woman who's following her little boy boyfriend. And now you're paying twice as much like she does. And you on my channel talking about, oh, I don't regret that decision at all. That was the best thing I've done was to go to Africa and be taken advantage of.
They didn't understand what you said. So because they didn't understand what you said, you will be waiting a long time. If you don't have someone to interpret, like situations like that,
exactly.
What you're saying.
Exactly. You need somebody to interpret. You just now realize that? That's something you should have known before you got there. Why didn't your friend Kinza tell you that? She ain't got nobody interpreting for her for real, because he ain't looking out for her, because he coming up off of her too, just like they doing you.
They won't yes, madam, you, and you will think that you walked away from them and they understood everything you said. And when you go back, they didn't understand one thing you said, but they understand the money part. But the rest of it, because you knew full well I didn't give you all of that money to make me one shelf. If you said to me, you're charging me $500 and I gave you 11, being generous. I wanted to.
Well, I don't know. Okay, Jennifer said that she subleased the land from Kinza. I don't think Kinza's name is on any paperwork, honey. I think Kinza is the agent's agent. You know how there's an agent. I think she's the agent's agent. She ain't really got no real role in selling this land, but she thinks she do because she call them her clients. So I believe she's the agent's agent. So she get a little change for bringing them in. but the land is in somebody else's name.
And then you look at me like, oh, you want to one? Yeah, I'm just giving you money. No.
Exactly. Why wasn't she shown the mark? Because they don't know. Kenza don't know where nothing is. They don't know where nothing is. This is for play. This is to get their money. That's why nobody knew where the markers for the land was.
So, the last couple of days, after I opened up the barrel, I don't know what that was about. I just been in a little bit, like a little low energy. Anyway, so I stayed in the house, in the bed, really, for 2 days with my thoughts, which that's a no-no. I know better than that. That's a no-no. We don't do that and be alone with your thoughts when you're in a situation.
So that means you're depressed. That's depression. That's depression, people. So that's the reality of being there. That's the reality of being taken advantage of. That's the reality of it.
Situation where you're depending on people, don't understand what you're talking about. You're trying to get things, your business done with people who don't understand what you're talking about. In the meantime, because you don't know what they're talking about, they pretend sometimes like they don't understand what you're saying. And when you're trying to get your business done and get stuff done, you have to deal with people who are, charging you more than they should charge you. Then you're dealing with the people who want you to get.
Fiona is right. Fiona says, I think Michele should find her own builders. She should distance herself as far away from Kenza Babe as she possibly can. Honey, I wouldn't even be buying no land in Ghana. I would be taking my money. If I want to rent a house there, I'll rent a house and I'll fly back and forth. But I'd be daggone if I'm going to go. You don't even know where the daggone markers are. This is her third piece of land, her third time trying to buy land. Something happened to the other two. This is her third one. And I could have sworn she said it was on Ruby Village.
The more than what you're giving them because they're doing something for you. But then you want me to give you, but you're already overcharging me. You taking your money out when you're giving me the first price.
Ma'am, she says to the questions I asked her, ma'am, I didn't come to answer any questions. So what did you come for? If you didn't come to answer the people's questions, then what did you come for? We want answers. See what I mean, y'all? They won't answer y'all questions. They're not going to tell y'all the truth.
Give you extra money on top of that. And then you got to get your house built. You're depending on people. You're depending on everywhere you go of them.
What I have to say about you, I don't know you. She says she only came to see what I had to say about her. Ma'am, I don't know you. I'm responding to your video. I'm responding to women who take all they have and go to Africa. This is nothing personal against you. I don't even know you. So to say about me, it's not about you. It's about your video, ma'am. I'm responding to your video. You see, that's what we do on YouTube. It's not about you. It's about the content you put out, and I'm responding to it. This ain't no personal attack, but I had questions and you ain't answering, so I'm just going to keep on going.
Overcharging you. If you go with somebody, they're going in and bidding on your behalf, but you don't know if they bid on their behalf and your behalf and the person's behalf. It's a lot. Trust here is...
she doesn't, Miss Matador, she doesn't want to come on live. I'll put the link down here. But honey, she says she didn't come to answer no questions. She ain't come on live and do what? She ain't gonna answer. If she won't answer my questions in the chat, she sure is not gonna come up here and answer my questions. So there's the link. If she can come. She's more than welcome to come. But I can tell you, if she won't answer my simple questions in the chat, She ain't gonna answer him. She ain't coming on here.
At least in the States,
She
you
think
see the price that you pay.
it's personal. She think I'm talking about her. I'm talking about a situation that several, no, hundreds, thousands of Black American women, elderly, middle-aged women are finding themselves in, and she's making this about her. Her. Honey, you happen to be one of many. You're an example. Okay? You're just an example. It's not about you.
Paying for it. Here, you don't see the price that you're paying. You're relying on someone to be honest with you and give you the price that you're, the right price. But that doesn't happen because everybody is looking for the extra money. And again, we're the cash cow. You have to, it becomes, if you want it, you have to pay whatever they say. And I'm telling you, some people are lenient when they're charging you, others are brutal when they're charging you
Wow.
what they're charging you. And I'm talking with cement. If a Ghanaian goes and buy the bag of cement, maybe $98, 98, one seats
She don't even
CD.
know.
If I go without the Ghanaian, even when you go with the Ghanaians,
Ghanaian. What is a Ghanaian?
with the foreigners, the price goes up. So what could be a bag of cement for one CD for me?
So who is she getting to go with her then? Super Shawty? Because she ain't got nobody there with her. She don't have nobody to look out for her. And what did I tell y'all? When you go to Africa, you better have somebody to look out for you. You better have somebody who got your back. All right? Because if you don't have people who got your back, guess what? You're going to get got every single time. I believe it is a foolish move. I believe it is a foolish move. Yeah. And I believe everything you're doing is extremely foolish. And especially at your age. Yeah, I do. I do. I'm calling it as I see it. I'm calling a spade a spade. I'm not gonna say make this look good so other women watching me who are on here, your little friends in your little group who are planning to come there, I'm not gonna make it look cool like you trying to make it look. So in my humble opinion, ma'am, you are a fool, and Kenza is too. Kenza is too. You over there by yourself. You don't know the language. You obviously don't know the culture. And you want us to think that you're not a fool? You want us to think this is the best decision you've made in your life? See, that's the problem now, man. You're not even being honest with yourself.
It's going to turn into, it could be up to 2 CDs. So when you're having to buy multiple, I'm talking about 100, 200, 300, 400 bags of cement. Even if you're looking at saying, oh, it's only one CD, that one CD becomes a lot of CDs, which if you on a budget,
repent for what, ma'am? This her little old crew. Her old lady crew is on here, y'all. Her old lady gang, they on here. Who they want to do this foolishness too. Just go do the foolishness and leave me alone. I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking to people who want to know. I'm talking to people who's researching answers. I'm not talking to people who live in an illusion, who's living a lie and pretending that they're not. Okay. Now, so this one of her little friends says, you better repent. Repent for what, ma'am? What do I do to repent for? But come on here and tell the truth and shame the devil. I come on here every Saturday to tell the truth and shame the devil, just like I'm doing tonight. Because it's a shame that this woman came on my channel, refused to answer any of our questions, and say, I came to hear you talk about me. Like this whole thing is all about her. Ma'am, you're an example. You're an example. This is about a group of women. This is being done to a lot of women, not you. You're just an example for this Saturday.
Order my budget of what you're trying to spend, and if I gotta buy 400 bags of CD and you're overcharging me, of cement, you overcharge me for that. You overcharge me for the bricks. You overcharge me for the metal stuff. So everything that I get to build this house, you're overcharging me. So
you're overcharging me, and you're saying you on my channel saying this is the best decision that you've made, and then you say I'm bashing you because I'm pointing that out, because I'm pointing out the obvious. If I'm bashing you, I'm going to do a personal attack, ma'am. I'm not personally attacking you. I'm responding to your video. I'm responding to decisions that you've shared with us. You've decided to go to Ghana. You don't know a soul. You don't know what you're doing. You obviously don't know what you're doing. And then when we asked you for clarity, you refuse. And then you say, Kiki bashing me? How am I bashing you? Am I talking about the way you look? Nope. Am I talking about anything personal that is not on YouTube? Nope. I'm talking about what I am responding to a video on YouTube. And you didn't have to get in the comment section to hear what I got to say. You got in the comment section because you wanted some attention.
I'm going to use US money. Say the house was 80,000 US money, US dollars. But because you're overcharging me on everything, it's going from 80,000 to potentially 100 or 100 plus thousand.
So it's going from 80,000 to 100 plus thousand. And when I bring videos, when I make videos, when I dedicate a whole channel to educating people about this, what does this old fool say? So let us be old fools then. You see what I mean? But the message isn't for these people. She's proving to you what I'm saying is true. She came on here just to prove to you everything that I'm saying is true. She just said in her video, something that's 80,000, they're going to charge them 100 to 120. Then she's in my comment section saying this is the best decision she made. And then she says, so let us be old fools then. You see what I mean? But Kiki's bashing me. No, broad, you're bashing yourself. You people bash yourself.
Because you're charging me everything, you're charging me additional money. So if I say to myself, well, I didn't have that much and all I had was this, and that's what I budgeted for. I didn't budget it for, I have to, if I go to any place you go here, you got to pay extra. You got to pay extra. Any of your documents that you have to do, you have to pay extra.
So, and that's the best decision she's ever made. Listen to this.
With your documents, you pay the extra on top of having to give somebody to do.
See, that's you. Everybody, that's you, lady. That's you and your crew. Because when I go to Africa, I don't do that. I don't do that. I don't do that. So you're wrong, ma'am. That's you because of the crew you're moving with. It's how you're moving there. It's how you're moving because you didn't educate yourself on how to move before you went there. You didn't listen to any opinions that was counter to what you wanted it to be. So tell the truth. Everybody don't do that. Like I said, I've been there 13 times. 13 times. And the only time I was overcharged is when I was with the Americans. That was it. Because I don't move, y'all. I'm not out running my mouth. I'm not out negotiating deals. I don't do none of that because it's a man's society, ma'am, and men do all of that. To them, you're trying to be a man. You're overstepping your boundaries. So what they're going to do to you, they're going to chop your head off and charge you double, maybe even triple. That's because you at a place and you don't know what you're doing. And you saying how? Now let's listen to them. How are we hurting you with our decisions? You need to go looking through my channel, okay? Because you hurt the rest of us who are not like you. Because the Ghanaians, that's how you say it, who don't know us, will assume that we're old fools like you and Kenza. They'll assume that. And that's what's going on. That we're being impacted by your foolish behavior because they think we're all fools now. That's why everything is so expensive for us now. Because they realize these women are fools and they're bringing more fools. So let's treat them as such. So that's the reality. That's how your decisions impact me. Because if your decisions didn't impact me, ma'am, I wouldn't even be talking about you. I wouldn't even be talking about you. Because I could care less what you do with your life. Because it don't impact my life. But when you make decisions like this, when you move like this, when you pay twice as much, 3 times as much, you and your girls, all your little girl crew over there, because there's a whole bunch of them doing this. Y'all make it bad for all of us because they think we're all like y'all.
Documents and
Look. But it's the best decision you made in your life. It's the best decision you made in your life. You see, you think you're the only one being overcharged? When they overcharge you, they say, oh, we can overcharge this old fool and we can overcharge the rest of them. Bring more.
it's a lot. It's a lot because you didn't
Exactly.
intend
Exactly,
on.
ma'am. This channel focuses on the reality of moving to another country, the reality of it. And the reality of it is if you go over there, you're going to, and you're a single elderly woman, I don't care, single, young, whatever, you're going to be taken advantage of. You are vulnerable and you better hope if you do make it back, you make it back with your LIF. You make it back with that. Because I've talked about so many women on my channel who didn't make it back with that. Ma'am, this ain't a game to me. I do this to keep people alive, to keep people safe. I don't play games.
So when we come here, who knows what we're bucking up on? We just come. We don't know. And even if you come to visit, people are like, oh, you go visit,
Being
blah, blah.
open, she
You're welcome
didn't
to
say
visit and not
nothing.
know all of that because you're a tourist. You're visiting. So when you're a tourist anyway, you do what? Pay extra because you tip. Because in the U.S. and most foreign places, tipping is a way of like just what we do. We tip. Like if you do something, you go eat, whatever you do.
Like Edith Rose said, it's the spell. You can see how she's on here defending her. She's defending what's happening to her. She's on here saying, what does it have to do with you, Kiki? Why are you even talking about it? If I'm being taken advantage of it, if I'm paying 3 times as much, why do you care, Kiki? What does it have to do with you? Let me be taken advantage of, Kiki. Let me be under the spell and be at peace.
You tip. So when you're a tourist and you tipping, so you don't think anything of that. But when you're living here and you're on fixed money,
ma'am, ain't nobody unblocking your comments. What?
and you don't have, and then you have to go through all of this, it becomes a lot. So when you're sitting, and I think that's what happened with me, I sat here alone thinking about all of these things for 2 days. And I'm like, I have to sit and ask my father.
Girl, you wish. She want to talk stuff in the comment section, y'all. I told y'all she ain't gonna talk to me. She don't want to talk about the facts. She just want to play these little games. This is what they do. Listen, Kiki, you hear so I don't know what she's trying to say. Kiki, you hear so negative against old fools, as you stated. I guess she's trying to say that I'm negative against the old fools. But we're not doing any harm towards you. Yes, you are, ma'am. You're making 20-something-year-olds think they got a chance with me, and they don't. You're making 20-something-year-olds think that they can talk to me, and they can't. You're making 20-something, you're making these people think they can overcharge me by 2, 3, 4 times as much because they do you old fools like that. So they think we're all like that. Don't you get it? But you think it's all about you. If it was all about you, I wouldn't be talking about you. I wouldn't. Don't you get that? And you don't know anything about my channel because if you would have looked through my channel, you would know what I talk about. Negative and positive. Who determines that? Who determines that? That's why I deal in truth. That's why I use primary sources.
You sent me here, so that means you're going to provide. No matter what it looks like, it's all.
Listen to these fools on here, y'all. She Simply Living says, Michelle, you know, this is how Kiki makes her money. These old fools don't know nothing about me. This is how Kiki makes her money by talking about other people's videos negatively. No, ma'am. Whoever you are, you don't know nothing about me either. I don't make money off of YouTube, in spite of what you old fools think. I do this as a public service. What YouTube pays me is change compared to what I make. I'm a professional. I have a real career that supports me. Okay? Not talking about old fools. And if you doing what you perceive as negative behavior, then what does it have to do with me? Change your behavior. Change your behavior.
Going to work out according to your will for me. I know that I'm going to have to be humble with some things. I know there's some things that I won't even understand. I just have to trust the process. And sometimes because
Okay, hey y'all, let these fools speak. Cause I don't know what this fool wants. It's cause see, I told y'all it's a girl group on WhatsApp. She's in the girl group. The girl group, she done told the girl group I'm gonna be on Kiki. They all came on here. They all came on here. Now this is what this one gotta say. Y'all quit blocking them because I want to hear what they gotta say. They talking about we scared of the truth. This channel was full of truth. Y'all the one scared of the truth. You the one scared of the truth. You keep blocking people from the comments because you can't handle the truth. Who you talking to? You can't be talking to me, chick, because I ain't blocking nobody. Giving coward. Who's giving coward? You're bold enough to speak without wisdom, but can't handle it. Simple. See, this is another old fool who don't have a clue how YouTube operates because this fool think I'm actually blocking the comments, y'all.
because I'm a flesh and the human, the process doesn't look good. It doesn't feel good. It's not what I want. But nonetheless, I have to trust faith the same way I had that faith to get on that plane and pack up and leave everything that I
Look,
know
faith.
and got
It
on
was
that plane.
faith. It was faith. It was faith. Here we go. It was faith. I had to use faith to get here. It was foolishness. It wasn't faith. It was
And
foolishness.
came over here with never even setting a foot over here, not even knowing anyone.
Look,
It's the
that's
same.
God. God gonna send you someplace where you don't know nobody. God gonna send you to a place where you're overcharged. God's gonna send you to a place where men dominate and you don't have no protection because the man is your protection in Africa and you don't have that. But God sent you there. And Kiki loves Nigeria. She just bitter because she's pointing that out. Girl, sit down.
Same faith that I have to have now. So I managed to get myself up out that bed, and I said, nope, get up, get up. People don't realize how easy it is to fall into a lot of the D thing. I'm not going to say the word.
See, here they go. Gossiping. They don't know what they talking about. Gossip and slander. They said we gossiping and we slandering. My opinion could never be gossip and it could never be slander because it's just what it is. My opinion. I'm reacting to a video. The video is the primary source, fool. My reaction is a comment. It's called commentary, dummies.
Because that's not my portion or those things. And right now, for me, I'm on a standstill. It's different when I was getting up and I was going and I'm going and I'm going and I'm going. But now I'm in a standstill. I'm in a place where I have to chill out because I got to watch my money. And every time you go out, you're spending money. And then the second part is I'm waiting for my paperwork to get myself going. So once I finish, get my paperwork and go through that process, then I can start building, which then.
Look, Michele, please do not click Kiki's link. Don't go on there and tell the truth. Don't go on there and explain to the people what they want to know. Don't do that. No, don't answer Kiki's questions. Don't do that. And what did she say? I'm not. I just came to watch Kiki because I'm a fan.
Again, obviously I'm moving. I got stuff to do, and I can, I won't be in this place where I'm just sitting here waiting by myself. And even that, I don't have to sitting in the house. I can go walking, go for walks, and do those things. But I'm just saying, it's a lot. And then I also think, had I came with someone, and even though I have
See?
people here, everybody got their own thing going on. I don't want to impose on anybody or anything like that. But it's different, I guess, if you had.
Yeah, she is.
If I came here.
Thank you. Thank you. She's right. This person, she says she is dumb as MF and making us Black Americans look stupid and getting pimped out. No. Thank you. I know, Miss Greek. I don't bash nobody. I don't have time to bash people. I'm too tired. After what I do, y'all know what I do. Trust me. When I leave there every day, I'm too tired to come on YouTube just to bash somebody.
Somebody with me. But I came alone, and even that's okay. It's just moments.
Yeah, they won't. She won't answer questions. Right. She won't answer questions, but she expects the benefits from folks who view and like and share and subscribe. But she won't answer y'all questions. She will not answer y'all questions. Now, what if and people on here, they be in between decisions, like they don't know whether they're going or whether they should stay. So they be on here wanting guidance. She could have took this opportunity to educate somebody, but what did she do? No.
Sitting here by myself, and then everything is just going on. And then I got a little perturbed about the freaking captive shelf, and just feeling vulnerable and feeling like
you're here all alone and you're having to deal with all of these different things.
Because you are there alone, and you should have thought about that before you went there. That's something you could have came on here and talked about, ma'am. Because you are there alone, and that makes you extremely vulnerable, because somebody can just come up in your place anytime they want to. And we know for a fact that that's what happens in Ghana and Gambia.
And I just
Right, because that's all you are, honey, is an example.
was in a moment. That's it. I was just in a moment. And I'm back out of the moment. I just have to regroup.
She exactly right. You made an example of yourself when you came on here and refused to answer our questions and wanted to know, leave the old fools alone. If y'all want to be old fools, let y'all. That's what you came on here and said. So you made an example out of yourself, ma'am.
What I can control, I can control. What I'm not able to control, I'm just not able to control. I just have to wait for the show. And that's it. I'm going to I'm going to finish. Let me show you what I've done so far.
Another warning.
So,
it's another warning.
So these is
now look at this. Trash. Look at that. Look at that. Just let that sink in for a minute. Just let all that sink in for a minute. And she want us to believe this is her best life she living in Africa. That this is everything she wanted in the world was this. And that Kiki is just bitter and jealous. Let this soak in to your mind. I thought it was wonderful. I thought it was the best decision she ever made. If that's the best decision you ever made, why are you living with trash, ma'am? Can you answer that question for us? Since you refuse to answer anything else, and your response to me is, let us old fools be old fools. Kiki, why are you worried about
it? It is trash, but it's just a bunch of plastic bags that, you had to wrap.
And they got roaches in Ghana. They got rats over there. How are you living with trash like that? You just throw the trash on the floor, but you come on my show, you and your friends, and want to call me bitter? Baby, I don't live with trash on my floor. I don't live like that, ma'am. I'm sorry, I don't live like that. So no, ma'am. You got some bigger issues going on. And you actually showed us this. But I'm wrong. I'm going to be bitter because I commented on it. You shouldn't have commented on what you saw, Kiki.
Have some of this food and stuff up. Still got my barrel. Gotta go through that. So I'm in this kitchen.
Exactly, Steph. This ain't about positive and negative, positive versus negative. This is about truth versus fiction. And the truth is, look how this woman is living. This woman is depressed. This is depression. And then she come on my show and want to get flippity fly. And they want to talk about you being negative, Kiki, you being negative, Kiki. No, I'm telling the truth. Like Steph said, this ain't about negative versus positive. This is about fact versus fiction. These are facts. This woman is showing us this. This is how she living. And y'all want us to believe, she want us to believe it's her best life. She's so happy. She's so content. But you throw the trash on the floor. You paid this man all this money and he overcharged you. And now you got to pay him again to get the other one done because you gave him all the money up front. And what's your excuse? What you say? Oh, Kiki's bitter.
It's just a mess. So
Yeah, it
this
is.
is the
Just a,
one
look.
cabinet that I got, Bill. Look, that's terrible. The other cabinet is because
Look at that. Look at that. I can't even believe that. Look at that. But she living her best life. She living her best life. And Kiki's just jealous. Yep, Kiki's a hater.
I have all of this that needs to go on the cabinet
And
out
God
these
told her
bags.
to do
So
it.
this is the simple shelf.
God told her to go over there and live like this. This what God set her up in. Trash on the floor, food on the floor. You can't tell the difference between the trash and the food. But God set you up like this. Okay.
That I was looking for, and so it wasn't a big thing. It was a small thing. So like 3 shelves. So I have to
Yep.
wait. So today is Saturday. Sure, I'm not going to get it. Sunday, everything is closed here because everybody goes to church. So
Not in
I'll shoot
Africa,
for
ma'am. They're not.
Monday, Tuesday. I want to get the stuff off the floor. I want to clean up. I
Maybe you should have did that instead of came on here tonight with
I'm
no answers, refusing to answer any questions.
very funny with certain things, and I be wanting my stuff the way I want it. So anyway, I just wanted to share that, and I hope this potentially help people who are trying to come and just remember some of the things that I be saying in these videos. Like,
Well, if you were really potentially trying to help women who were coming, you would have answered the questions that we had. You would have answered the questions that we had, but you refused to answer those questions. You wouldn't answer any questions. You wouldn't elaborate on anything. You just sent your little road dogs who's in your group, the rest of the old fools, you just sent them over here to plead your case, to try to make it seem like I'm the problem. How could I ever be the problem, man? I can't ever be the problem.
we come with our own mindsets, and we know that we have to change them, but we don't change them
Yeah.
overnight because we come at the ages that we are, and we've been that way for so long. So
how can you change like that? Exactly. You can't. You cannot just change like that. They're lying to us, making you think you can. Now, how Heavy Pedo Time said he was going to do it, he going to do some months in Africa and some months in the U.S., and he got his steady retirement check. Yeah, that'll be cool. But to make us believe you can just up, you ain't never been to Ghana, you ain't never been to Africa, you don't know nothing about it except what you heard and what Kinza Babe told you. And she's struggling too. So she just brought you over there to struggle with her. And do y'all come and tell us the truth? No. As you can see, you come and attack. Because that's what y'all tried to do tonight.
you're
Y'all
not
tried
going to
to
just
come
come
and
think
attack.
like, oh, okay,
I don't know
overnight.
what
No,
y'all thought.
it's a process. It takes time, and we flare up because because you're not used to it, and then you get upset, and it's a process. And so it's a process, and it's a lot to get used to, a lot to take in.
Oh, but
And
it's your best life ever, remember? That's what you came on here and sold us tonight. It's your best life ever, and Kiki should leave the old fools alone and just let us be old fools, because us being fools is not impacting Kiki Loves Nigeria. So she needs to leave the old fools alone. Right, lady? That's what you came on here and said.
and
You refused to answer any of our questions. So you came on here for what?
it's a process.
For what?
And most people don't come alone. It's some of us who come alone, but for the majority, I think a lot of people come husband and wife and children. So the support is a little bit different. Obviously,
And she being overcharged by everybody. You think Kinza ain't overcharging her? You think Super Shorty ain't overcharging her? She making a profit off that woman too, because you heard her in her video. Well, they my client. I gotta charge people. If I do something for them, I got to charge them for it.
Have somebody to talk to.
Well, she ain't got nobody to talk to.
Whatever. If I had a man, I would have bought the wood myself, because all he used was a hammer, and I could have did that. Like I said, and I have a drill. So if I had a man here, then I'd probably be like, all right, just buy the wood and he put it together and we just keep it moving. But because you don't, you have to depend. They're in a rush. I'm telling you, if these people were living, some of these people lived in US and had jobs, none of them would have jobs.
See?
Everything is just late.
But that's okay for her to say that, right? That's okay for her to be over there in their country and think like that about them, right? If they had jobs in the US, they wouldn't have jobs because they don't work up to our standard. How about our standard ain't they standard? How about that? How about, lady, they playing you and they really don't care about doing anything for you for real, especially since you paid them all the money up front. How about that? But you condemn the whole Ghanaian country to being lazy. All the people there is lazy. But what y'all say? But y'all want to come talk about me? It's your best life, though, ain't it? It's your best life.
Even when you go to some of the stores, they sleep. How do you be at a department store and you walk in and the workers are sleeping and you wake them up when you come in?
See?
And that's it's the norm.
See? But guess what, y'all? I told y'all I've been to Africa. This is probably 14 times. I think this is the 14th trip. I've never went into a store and seen anybody sleeping. Never. You see the dangers of to present your experience as a fact. You see the dangers in that? This lady has presented this like this is what this happens all over Africa. And I haven't seen it not one time. Maybe it's the places you're shopping, ma'am. Maybe you shouldn't shop at the places Kenza Babe shops at. Maybe you should shop at someplace else.
And I'll be like, are you kidding? You walk in the store, you see people just leaned on stuff and they sleep. So it's the culture. It's the culture.
Untraveled.
And we come from a fast place where, you come in and boom, 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 boom. No emergency here. No.
These people are so ignorant.
Everything is, slow.
Well, yeah, that's the African culture, ma'am. You didn't know that before you went.
I think I'm having the challenges. I mean, I'm okay with what I have. I just wanted to come on and transparency, share my journey. It's a mess, but that didn't change my mind. I love it here.
It's a mess.
The things that you have to deal with and that you have to go through. And I'm fresh here because the people who've been here for a long time, they good. But because they know, but I've just got here, so it's all fresh and new. And when I'm here for 10, 20, 30 more years, I'll be like them, and I wouldn't be having this conversation. And I probably won't be on YouTube either.
They're still having those conversations.
Anyway, I just wanted to stop.
See?
Share this video with you guys. Just, if it can help somebody, I'm glad it'll help somebody, especially if people are coming down. You come down, you have to know with your money, it's a lot of extra spending, and a lot of laid back. And I'm gonna tell you, honey, because the people will smile right in your face. Yes, madam, and they robbing you at the same time, with not a care in the world. So if you're a haggler, this is the place for you. If like the people who pay 3 Cobb Molly, or people who just, it's almost and I don't know if I should say it like this, but I'm gonna make it equivalent to. It's almost like, I'm sure for the most part, if you're from the US, you know what a crackhead is, someone who smokes crack. You know what that is. And and we've probably all had in our family or whatever. So when you have a crackhead, they will con you out your underwear if you let them.
Wow.
Because they're so, they're so persistent on getting that money so that they can get high. And there's words the stuff that they come out and they just conning you. And that's the same thing they do. Like they smiling with you. Oh, madame. Oh,
But this is your best life where the crackhead live, where these people have crackish behavior. You just described the Ghanaians' behavior to crackheads. You said they have crackish behavior, and you went into detail to describe that behavior, and then you came on my show to tell us that this was your best life and you don't regret a decision about living with the crackheads, the people with crackish behavior who will scam you and rob you blind. You enjoying it and it's your best life ever. That's what you're telling us. And we're supposed to believe that.
give me this.
That sounds like a crackhead.
You know that's not the price. Mm-mm. But like a crackhead will be able to come here and match them.
Wow.
Toe to toe, match them because it's the
a
same.
crackhead is the lowest in our society. So she's saying the lowest, most sick, conning person could go to Ghana and make it. But this is her best life. This is her best life. And why should Kiki say anything about what the old fools do? Let them be old fools. Let them make their foolish mistakes. That's what she came on here and told us. And Kiki should just be quiet.
You're trying to get what you're trying to get, and that's it. And they will come here, and this will be a paradise for them. They will fit right in because that's what it's all about. You trying to con me out of my money.
And that's your best life. That's the best life. She's in a place, she just said it. Kiki ain't said nothing. She just said these people are trying to con her. Let's go back because I'm about to end this.
Mm-mm. But like a crackhead will be able to come here and match them. Just toe to toe, match them because it's the same process. Like you're trying to get what you're trying to get, and that's it. And they will come here, and this will be a paradise for them. They will fit right in because that's what it's all about. You trying to con me out of my money. Period. Right.
So that's what it's all about. You trying to con her out of her money. And that's her best life. Donna is the best. She living her best life. She admits they're old fools. And why should I be concerned about them being old fools? Just let them be old fools. Just let us be old fools, Kiki. Just let us be old fools. Just let us be old fools, ma'am. Yep. Let us be old fools. What does this say? This person says, speak for yourself. And delusional. Why do you need a man to be? Why do you need a man? Be creative. Or go to China man store and buy boxes. See, this person, just see what I mean? This person says I'm untraveled, which is a lie. Don't know nothing about me. Delusional. No, I speak facts. It's a fact. That is a patriarchal society. If you don't think it's a fact, go look it up. It's not delusional. If you don't have a man in West Africa, you're gonna have problems. You're gonna have problems. That's not delusional. Look it up. All right. And if you don't want to be in a relationship, there's nothing wrong with that because some people don't. But my advice to you is don't go to a country, don't go to a continent where having a mate is the norm. There's plenty of places you can go where having a mate is not the norm. You can not have a mate or you can have a mate. Okay? Starburst says, talking double tongue. If it is the best life, then none of what's happening would bother you. It wouldn't. Exactly. it wouldn't bother her. She wouldn't be talking about it. If this is my best life, so sad. This is how our cultures show up in Africa. This is why they are taking serious and excel quickly. Yeah, they are. Because people go over there like that. What is there to love? Exactly. That's what we're trying to figure out. It's a mess, but I love it here. Lady, you are not. She is. It's a mess. It's crackheads. She said a crackhead could function there and make it. But that's her best life. That's her best life. And why didn't they tell you what to expect if they knew this was happening? Why didn't they advise her to visit first, knowing how difficult it can be? Exactly. Why didn't they do that? They didn't. I wonder if she views the U.S. as a mess. No, I'm sure she doesn't. Before I moved to Tanzania, I was told about everything so that I wouldn't be surprised. Who wants to be involved around? Who wants to right? Who wants to be involved around crackheads? The delusion, exactly. She actually said crackheads, y'all. But she love it where the crackheads are. Y'all know that's crazy. That's crazy. I don't want to admit I made a mistake. Why move there if the people are that bad? Exactly, and try to convince us that it's a wonderful world. Say what now, lady? How about you read body language and walk away? This is ignorant. Shaking my head, exactly. This is about the woman, not you, Kiki. Oh, okay. Okay. Because I told y'all be having conversations and y'all be having a whole chat going on. And it'd be going down in the chat section, but hey, I don't even know. I don't even know what's going on. So okay, it wasn't about me. I probably responded and I probably was talking crazy too, wasn't I? Tonight was a wild one, y'all. We was on here for 3 hours. We about to get off of here. Tonight was a wild one. That's how y'all know, like Heavy Pedal got, we putting the pedal to the metal. That's what we doing. We putting the pedal to the metal. And the devil is bad. Because he sure jumped in the house tonight. Got all my equipment messed up. Everything was not working. Y'all see, I had to come on here 3 times to get this live to come through. But I told y'all, you can't stop what God has. You can't stop what God has. This was the message he wanted to tell y'all tonight. And he wanted these people to come on here and show y'all who they are and what they was about. And they did. She must be running around with Super Shorty and his friends when he is done with what? With who? With somebody. Yeah. That's what she do. She run around with them. She got to defend the grandmas, honey. You see that. Them grandmas came on here in full force tonight. Ooh, they was mad. They was mad. I was going to offer this lady some support and some advice, but after saying they're all crack, she can go on, go to. I can't even read the comment. I can't even read the comment. Girl, Ray, these people is crackhead, and crackheads would make it there. So she basically calling the Ghanaians crackheads, but it's the best life she ever had. Why does a person love? Exactly. Exactly. What did Africa do to you, woman? Oh my God. Thanks for joining Kiki Loves Nigeria show. Hope you enjoyed the chat. Yeah, the chat was crazy. Y'all was crazy over there. There was so y'all got me over here going off, and y'all got the chat over here. They going off in the chat. Well, all I can say is it went down tonight, y'all. Honey, it went down. Please subscribe to the channel if you had not done so. And Steph, it was so good to have you back tonight. We missed you, girl. This place went crazy. She said, I know people tell me that all the time. Kiki, you're hilarious. Your laughter is hilarious. I know people tell me that all the time. I'm sorry, y'all. The whole village of crackheads. That's what she told us. That's what she said. I didn't say that, y'all. She said that. She said they wasn't nothing but crackheads. The crackheads would do fine over there. That's what she said. Super Shorty will be super tally. When he done with them, he's done controlling the big house. Yeah, he is. He is. He gonna be super, super tall. Yes, honey, because they making him rich. He keep giving us the real Kiki. And you know I am. All right, y'all, that's all I got for y'all tonight. Tonight was a wild one. It was really, really wild, but it was really, really fun. And I look forward to spending my Saturdays with you guys. So look, we about to get off here because we've been on here for 3 hours dealing with these fools. So look, we are done. I will see y'all next week, honey. I don't even know what we're going to talk about next week because today was crazy. Tonight was wild. Even with Daniel, it wasn't this wild. Not like tonight. It got wild with Daniel, but it didn't get wild like this. Whew. Cause y'all see the difference? We was the British people, they got manners. We ain't got no manners. We was dealing with Black Americans tonight, and y'all see they straight ignorant. Ignorant. They came on here with their comments in full force. They was commenting before I even get started good. But all right, y'all, that was fun. I am out of here for the night. We will be back. Yeah, he laying real low. The Lion King is laying real low. He sure is. All right, y'all. I love y'all. I will see y'all next week. And we had a great time. See you later.